to have a little, I don't know, a little realignment of the story, or at least a summary of the story to kind of help move things along. So if we're going to kind of get meta here for a second, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of explain some of the stuff that the group, the common goals of the group and stuff like that, which I'm just going to say this is the way it is type thing. But the first thing, I'm going to kind of apologize first, because I'm assuming that if there's been some confusion, it's been on my part. With all of the whispers and the texting and stuff, it's been a little bit harder to get the hook for this story than it has been in the past 2 campaigns. And I think that has to do with the fact that the very first campaign, no one had a choice. If we wanted to play, you met in a bar and you had to take a quest. The second one was your town blew up and you're on the run, so you didn't have a choice. This has been a bit different because y'all had 14 months off, and no one was actively chasing you or trying to kill you, so y'all were able to pursue your own stuff. But I think that much time off, in hindsight, maybe I wouldn't have done that. That much time off let a lot of people develop their character, which is a good thing because there's no way to do that while we play. A lot of the stuff that y'all want to do, there's just no way to do it in sessions because we have so few sessions. But everyone has, some have competing interests, some have interests that align that they don't even know, but everybody kind of has their own thing that they want to do. And so as a result, it's kind of been difficult to generate the reason why y'all would want to go on this quest. And again, that must be that's got to be my fault. So this is the kind of way that I look at it is y'all all have competing goals or cooperative goals because y'all probably have stuff I don't even know about. But in order for this to move forward, we've got to have at least one overarching thing that y'all all want to do, and that is helping at least Carric reunite with his brother and solve this problem of this individual or entity that's now threatening you all. And to be honest, there weren't even going to be any threats to begin with. That was more because I was told by several people that in whispers or in phone conversations that their character needed a reason to help Carric, and I guess that's my naivety. I kind of just assumed, hey, we're all Iron Lords. If one of our friends needs help, we're all just going to help. So I generated the threats to family to kind of have congeal the group, and it didn't work out exactly like I anticipated. So I apologize, but it's all been an effort to just simply stick the hook to get going. And so if there's been confusion when I whisper back or text back or in phone conversations, I'm fine with y'all going nuts with one another, but can we just all agree that we need to help Carric?
No, that was never the issue with me. It was the I'm playing Baron. What do you think is going to happen if he gets threatened?
No, and it's not you. I wouldn't point that out to you. There's, again, if you knew half of the texts and the whispers and things that I get, I've got people wanting to do everything from blow up Leilon to assassinate the captain. I've got people wanting to go off, do their own quest and do their own stuff because they don't like what's going on. I got probably like 5 different people that want to do 5 different things. And so it wasn't just you because you didn't want to get in the circle. I just wanted to just make sure that we were all fine with helping Carric.
Yeah. I mean, that was never the issue. It was just
I just, like I said, I just wanted to make sure, again, if I did a poor job of trying to funnel y'all in this specific direction so we could start the campaign again, that's my fault. So to kind of remedy that or to help that along, that's where the meta is going to come in. We're going to start now, and y'all are camped out in the cellar of the House of 1,000 Faces, and Carric has made his way back from the Hall of Knowledge. He's able, with some assistance of one of the readers there that he knows from his his years there, collect the needed documents and books and maps that would give not only y'all an idea of where exactly you're going, but the geography of the peninsula that's his homeland, as well as the background history of the Citadel itself, and the fact that it is up on one of the high peaks in the mountains, that it is, for a time, it was a great bastion of defense for Aglarond, but after the spell plague, it's changed hands probably an untold number of times, and at this point, it could house horrible things. It could be abandoned or any combination thereof. And so, but Carric does now know that is where the sigil sequence leads to, the teleportation circle, and he also knows the correct pattern. And so as y'all are now holed up in that cellar, y'all will use this time to kind of, reconnect, game plan, decide exactly what it is that y'all want to do, and discuss what's already happened. And with that's where these are the things that are now, we're going to operate as these are understood. First, Carric stole his spellbook. Okay. And it wasn't until he called y'all to the castle that you realized that it's not always been his spellbook. He stole the spellbook from from his family or from his father. He doesn't know its origins at this point, but that's where he took it before he was banned. At this point, after all this time, the previous owner has now tracked Carric down, made it clear that he wants his book back. However, because Carric, I believe you put it in your haversack, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Because after those first two instances of the voice and the book lighting up and some creepy stuff going on, he placed the book in his haversack, which put it in another, like it was a pocket dimension type thing.
Yep.
So he is no longer hearing voices. And so at that point, 3 of the 7 Iron Lords that have been out traveling, and that includes Roland, Baron, and Iver, because in their time off, they were traveling the Sword Coast. At different points, y'all have been contacted by someone that apparently works for or serves this entity that's tracked down the book and has now made viable threats against your family. They're doing this in an attempt to get the book back for their master. Y'all are kind of guilty by association. That's kind of where you find it. Because you are friends and aligned with Carric, you are deemed capable of getting the book either from him or getting him to where this person is or this entity is. This particular entity or creature or whatever it is that is contacting Baron, Roland, and Iver is utilizing a sending message, which means that at some point you have come in contact. Now, that doesn't mean you would know that you came in contact with them, because as we know, people can change their disguises at a whim. But that's how y'all are receiving those messages. This thing has continued to escalate its threats, hoping to lean on you enough so that y'all will fold and get the book to it. The Iron Lords recognize the severity of the problem and realize that there are eyes not only watching you all, but there's eyes watching your family, and that there's no other alternative but to address whatever this is that's hunted Carric down and attempting to obtain the book. But your families are safe. So the provision that y'all understand as y'all discuss the plans that you've made, not only with me, but probably behind, in your own whispers with Zhentarim. I think some of y'all use Gemma, I believe. Your families are Baron, your families are safe, and I'd tell Iver, his family is safe. So at this point, y'all are officially, quote unquote, the band is back together type thing, and y'all have your common goal. Couple of these other quick little tidbits.
Wait, Jared, real quick, story one. Do we know, or do I know that my spell book comes from this place, this Citadel? I mean, it has a sigil in it.
If I remember correctly, I believe Trevor, or at the time, Grim, not Trevor, but Grim, he did, was it lore or?
In lore.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the information I gave you when he used that was that the book was from another dimension.
Okay.
And then the book.
I like Jared froze, or did I freeze?
Okay. All right. Cool.
So yeah, so it originated from another dimension. So it would not have originated from this Citadel.
Has the I haven't gotten one of the threats, but has the threat specified where we're supposed to take the book?
The threat to Iver did specify. He got a pretty lengthy threat. He tried to summarize it, but the most important things was that this particular person that contacted Iver and for his master. There's the real hero right there.
That's right. Here we go. No, keep going. She's about to go to bed.
He informed Iver that he knows of your attempts to reunite with your brother. And since he is aware that Carric and the group are trying to get to the Aglarond Peninsula, that is where he wants the book going.
Okay.
In that he will know once it arrives, he will know that it is within range. And at that point, and this is something we talked to Trevor about, that we wanted to clarify, I think it was Trevor, that your 2-day time limit was to get it to Aglarond. It wasn't necessarily to get it delivered to the person that is looking for it.
Okay.
So you will have met your timetable once you step through the portal.
Unless we get arrested today.
Unless you get arrested today, correct.
Yeah, what is this we stuff? I thought you were going.
Yeah, it's been fun, guys. I'll see you later.
All right, and
I already know how to get out of this town without anybody's help. So
the other things that we want to real quick make sure that we understand is this. Talking about the different groups you've come in contact with. The Zhentarim, they are your quasi-allies, okay? They are not hostile to you, and they are not your bosom buddies. They are a group of mercenaries that care only about money and power. They do have connections with some of the people in the group, obviously, or at least one. So it's important to know that they did help y'all in the last campaign. They are your allies. The Harpers are your allies, and they have been since the first campaign. They helped you in the first campaign. They saved the bacon in the second campaign, and they have provided room, board, and all the assistance in the world. The only thing that they will not do is give just blanket carte blanche aid or access to the teleportation circles because people are associated with the Zhentarim. The Lord's Alliance are your allies. They recognize the power of the group and your abilities. They just simply disapprove of some of your methods and collateral damage. They view y'all kind of as the Martin and Riggs of the Sword Coast.
Martin.
Okay?
Which of us is suicidal then? Is what
They know you get the job done, but you do it in messy fashion. So they may one day just make you all captains to get you off the street.
Only if we can have an NPC named Leo Getz.
Okay.
what you want, Leo gets.
That's Porky, right?
Okay.
And the most contentious of all the things, the captain of Lillian is an ally to Phandalin. Notice I said Phandalin. All right. I'm not saying you gotta like her. I'm not saying you gotta like that she is loyal. She's no longer fiercely loyal. I have to right here. She is no longer fiercely loyal because Jack persuaded her with an awesome set of rolls during their encounter before he flipped her off and told her to go F herself. he succeeded in casting doubt on her loyalty because she didn't quite understand why Lord Neverember did not follow through with his word. So you at least successfully raised her suspicions.
Otherwise, she could have just died.
Otherwise, she could have just died. Trust me, I had plenty of people that wanted to kill her.
No, hey, I never wanted to kill her. I just spit and walked away.
I never said it was you, but there were threats made. There were assassins wanting to be contacted and gears put in motion to assassinate her.
Awesome. That was not me, I promise.
And it did not come from me or you.
So anyway, did at least summarizing kind of where we're at? Did that help a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are the Emerald Enclave allies?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, we forgot about them, the tree huggers.
Yeah. They are obviously allies,
Okay.
and again, you are free to recruit for them. They have no problem with you all.
Well, okay, riddle me.
You know what? Believe it or not, this was more for Mark, who's actually not even here, because Mark seems to think that everybody hates y'all.
Here's the question. Yeah. So if Iver is like a pseudo Zhentarim, like since I have a Harper pen, am I a fake Harper, or am I faking it, or am I really a Harper?
I think I explained to you the other night. I mean, you're not a Harper. You have not been inducted into. You just were given one of their tokens or emblem pins so that you can freely use the teleportation circles. And obviously, they don't know every single member because a lot of these are covert operatives. But so I mean, that's why they didn't know who you were. But when they saw the pin, they let you stay there.
So I'm the only one that's an actual member of the faction.
Correct. Well, I don't know. Baron was made. What's your title?
Grand Viceroy.
Grand Viceroy. Of what we don't know, but he is one.
No, Valor Point. Yeah.
Valor Point.
Oh, and yeah, I forgot that. Valor Point is safe. I promise I'm not going to blow up your castle.
You better not, since we have armed guards and magical defense.
You have to remember, I have dual citizenship now. I am a player as well. I want Roland to have a place to live. I want the castle. Trust me. All right.
We can forego the sending message to the Gemma then. That was going to be costly.
So with that, I mean, like I said, I just wanted to make sure, especially since not only just to kind of make sure we were all focused on the same thing, but also since J-Mick has had some technical difficulties the last two times. And I think Chris actually, not this last session, but the one before, he got off and he ended up awakening in the forest with no idea what was going on or why we were doing what we were doing. I wanted to make sure everybody kind of understood what we were doing.
All I wanted to do is drop the head in the middle of the court, make sure that they realize that's what made everybody sick.
So we are ready to go. So we again, y'all have discussed all of this. Y'all are kind of unified in your goals. Go ahead, and I'm going to give y'all the opportunity. Hopefully loaded for everybody. J-Mick, did it load for you?
Yes, it did.
All right. Y'all should find yourself all again down in the bottom of the House of 1,000 Faces. There have been no interruptions. You were all able to take a full rest. And at this point, any discussion you have or any final preparations you want to make, now is the time. Attune to whatever you want to attune to. Prep whatever spells you want to prep. Make any, you want to make, and let me know when y'all are ready to go.
So you're saying we fast forward. We're getting a free day, basically. We can fast forward through the full rest and be ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming the sending to Gemma is not necessary.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can say again. Do whatever you want. I just want to make sure we're all.
No, I don't. I mean, if what you said just now is cool, I mean, it's good. So I don't need to.
Oh, you talking about your families?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all made as we kind of talked about roughly. Y'all made the provisions originally to meet them, but you were successfully able to message her and let her know. And nothing, there was no interception. I know you were worried about that because you were in the Harper's place. No, it wasn't intercepted. He successfully made it. They communicated back to you. The point of contact was changed. They are taking them to the coast off of Valor Point. You have also contacted Woodhouse, and again, y'all have a pretty good contingent of guards and things. They're going to take one of your fleet of ships that you seem to have now, because every time you'll turn around, you'll steal one, and is going to pick up your family and bring them back to Valor Point, which is protected by the sanctum that Carric has cast.
Okay. Yeah, I never technically sent her a message, but we can assume that.
Yep.
That's fine. I don't want to waste that much time sending all that. Anybody else? I'm done. That's all I needed to do. So
I'm going to be right back real quick.
All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spend a few moments in prayer before we do anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to Grim. Hey, Grim.
Hello.
Oh, hey. I'm gonna pull out my purple Ioun stone and say, hey, you know what this is?
It's a rock.
It's a rock. This rock can hold spells. The cool thing about it is it doesn't have to be one of my spells. It can be one of your spells. And you have a spell that I don't have that would be pretty useful to use on you if, say, you were to die. And I promise I'll use it to bring you back to life.
You're plotting to kill him?
I'll be the last one to die.
Yeah. Well, if you're not, if you put that spell in this stone, I can bring you back.
So you want Thunderwave?
That's the one. That's it. I'll hand him the stone and hope
Can we say we did this the night before the long rest, so I have all my spell slots?
Yeah. Like I said, y'all would have done this throughout the night. Y'all can handle it again. I want y'all to step on this thing fully how you want to step on it.
Hey, if that's the case, then I got a few spells I want to burn the day before too. Then.
I want Thunderwave and Smite. Can I get Smite?
You have to be a spellcaster to use the stone.
I still to this day remember when y'all went to go check on Holly in the middle of the night, and old Grim cast Thunderwave and blew
Destroyed everyone.
the house blowing.
I'll put Revivify in the stone. It's a level 3 spell.
And then isn't there a component that's needed too?
It needs a diamond.
Diamond. Hey, we're in a town. Let's go shop.
You're in a town. I'm in a cave. I'm not.
We're in the town that we're not supposed to be in.
Yeah, we ain't shopping in this town.
True. Okay, fair enough.
I have 2 diamonds that will suffice for the spell.
What are you trying to do?
Revivify.
Trevor's giving me Revivify so that 2 of us can now use Revivify.
Jack should have.
How
big of a stone? How big of a diamond?
Drew has Revivify as well.
Oh, you do? Nice.
Yeah. What are you saying, bro?
I'm looking at this. I've given Jack a diamond worth. How much was it?
300.
Yeah.
300. Yeah.
You gave
Hey,
me
if you have any extra laying around, I sure could use a diamond worth 300 because I gave mine to Grim when we found him.
Right, but I gave one to Jack. I thought.
I don't have that in my list of stuff. Well,
maybe I misread. I don't know. Maybe I just wrote it down. But
I'll be really happy to give it to you.
That's fine.
I don't have it in my stuff.
Hey,
my fault.
What happened to all those gems that Roland had?
I have one gem worth 1,000 gold pieces, but it was never specified to what gem that was.
Does it have to be?
I think if memory serves, some people had to pawn theirs to pay for Carric's construction.
That's okay. It's fair.
Eric did.
Okay. Good.
I do not.
I have 2 diamonds worth 300 gold. So,
Well, hey, we can't go shopping, but maybe we can send one of the Harpers to go shopping for us. I mean, we got a whole day to waste.
Oh man! Yeah, while they're at it, I need a couple other things.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is our last chance to stock up. We're never in a town this big, right? We're always in these podunk places. Like we could get stuff done today. I mean, not us because we can't leave the cave, but maybe they would help us for a little coin.
I don't really need anything.
Yeah, I got coin to spend, man.
Tell them to pick up the Tome of Leadership for me.
Yeah, I'll take the one for intelligence too. While we're
I saw that when I was, way back when I was putting the loot table, the stuff where you're going, and I actually saw that one.
I'll take the animated shield or the cloak of invisibility.
Y'all are all fine. All you got to do is stand behind Grim, who's got a portrait of himself.
right.
Hey, Chris, that's what I actually asked for, the Tome of Leadership in the list of the Lords Alliance. That's what I renamed Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People.
I just heard about it on Critical Role today when I was listening to it.
There's one for intelligence too. Carric needs that one.
There's one, I think, for each stat, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there is one for everything. Actually, I mean, we could use, like, I asked for, a box of components from the Lords Alliance as part of my deal. So, and there was a diamond in that, and then Draut gave me one. So
I've given somebody a diamond. I don't know if it was Jack or if it was a Draut, but I have one more diamond. It's not worth 300 gold though. It's worth 250. So
My gem is a corundum gem. It's not a diamond, so it won't do anybody any good.
And if we're gonna send people shopping, healing potions aren't.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
For sure. I mean, how's everybody looking? I've got 2 regulars. That's all I've got.
I've got one regular.
I have one regular.
let's see.
Yeah, I think I have one
got-
regular.
I've got one greater.
All right. Well, I mean, everybody's got one, so I guess we're okay. Unless y'all want more.
I just didn't know who.
But I mean, hey, I'll give gold to if they can go get some diamonds and some health potions. I mean,
Right. Is there anything else? I mean, do we have like all the silly stuff like a climbing kit and rope? And
I've got a climber's kit.
I think I've still got a silk rope.
I've got a tinder box that we don't need. I've got a lantern we don't need.
Yeah. as soon as
Ceiling
you-
wax,
yeah,
stationery, some ink.
I mean, if it,
Don't talk about ink.
No, it's not. It's not magical ink. It's just ink.
And well, don't forget, Brock. You've got control. Your Jaeger and Iver. He's got that robe. Just use all his stickers.
all his patches
Well,
in the cave.
if we get in a fight,
Yeah, just put them all in the cave.
if we get in a fight, I'm gonna have to call him. I mean, because I don't have any of his. Is his character sheet up to date? I highly doubt
Well,
it.
I would say in character, Iver. I think when we jump into this circle here, we're like going straight to battle.
I think his character sheet is up to date, at least with his HP. I think it is.
Can you give me access to it?
Yeah. Let's see here.
I feel like Iver lives much like Mark does, just in disarray. So I would feel like his character sheet very much represents his life. It's probably mostly complete, but you won't understand how it's going.
Can you manipulate it now, Brock?
Let's see. I probably have to reopen it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, his attacks are on here.
Okay.
For the most part. Yeah, they are.
All right.
I'll just have to roll them separately, and we'll have to walk through that, but they're up to date.
Jared, in my downtime and my day before battle, I'm going to take that one blank spell scroll that you gave me, and I'm going to copy out of my spell book. I'm going to copy Wall of Force onto that scroll.
Okay.
nice.
Why do you assume you're going to battle? Maybe you're going to end up in a party, a parade.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Could it be like a elven
70.
orgy or something?
Yeah.
70 virgins.
There's a bunch of naked elves running around.
Hey, that was one of the things
They'll
I read.
all be dudes. Hairless dudes.
I thought that's what you said. Yeah, it was one of the things you requested was a parade of naked elves.
I changed on the load screen was the Iron Lords come in peace, sort of.
Sort of.
For the first 30 seconds.
All right. Well, I guess we've got.
Who wants this other diamond until we get some more?
Well, do you have one, Draut?
No, I don't have one because I gave mine to Grim back when we
All
found
right, well, I'll give you the one you gave me back, and I have one. We'll see
Oh,
what we do.
hey, by the way,
And just
before,
know,
before we
either-
forget this, we got a guy going out to do stuff for us. Are we
Yeah,
assuming
can.
that?
I mean, we can ask nicely because they're our friends and stuff.
Okay, you're gonna ask nicely,
Yeah.
or Jack can. I have a box for a Hatcherod delivered to the Wayland Force at Neverwinter, the Beggar's Nest, at the Beggar's Nest. It's a Hatcherod box delivered to Wayland Force at the Beggar's Nest.
We need to deliver it.
Yes,
Well, surely we can hire a courier or something, huh?
somebody can. I can't.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to get arrested myself either. But
I mean, but you got these minions that are your friends now, so
yeah, we can ask nicely.
yeah, you or Jack can ask nicely.
All right. So a diamond. Health
That's
potions.
going to be a question for Grim, the XDM, as far as what that gets us. If anything.
Delivery.
But I've been holding on to that until we got back to Neverwinter for about 7 months. So
It was a favor that Hatcherod asked of you to garner some sort of relationship with them. It was like a show of good faith to get that there safely. And his one request was, do not open it. Do not let it get in anyone else's hands.
well, so not delivering it ourselves is somebody else's hands, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was timely?
No, Timely was not in there.
That was not part of it.
He never gave you a time
No,
frame. He said
we specifically asked if there was a time frame on this. So
He
I'll just
said it was very important that he receives it and that it does not fall into anyone else's hands, and you personally see it safely delivered to him.
well, somebody wants to take it, they can, but it ain't gonna be me.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go upstairs and talk to the twins. If there's anything else we need, health potions, diamond. anything else?
Here, give me the box, Brock. Or fuck, Baron.
Who's fuck Baron?
Oh, I forgot the lane was around. Oh my god.
No, she's not in here.
Good. Phew.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can have the box.
I'm gonna go up with Carric.
All right. I guess we'll head up to the bar.
Okay. When you're asking the courier, can he get some crushed diamonds as well? I know we're asking for gold, we're asking for diamonds, but I'd like to buy another $200 worth of diamonds and have him crush them in front of you.
I need a pot because I've already stood on the floor once.
Hey, we offered to bring us food, but y'all didn't answer. A bunch of jackasses.
I can handle food for the evening.
I've got like 2 weeks worth of rations.
Yeah, I've got 10 days of rations too. They're probably moldy now that they're 14 months old.
I like to think they're like MREs. They just never really go bad.
It's like asking
Yeah.
for food.
I have jerky. I have like 10 pounds of jerky. Is a dog in here? Did we bring the dog with us? Yes, we brought the dog with us.
Oh yeah, the wolf I guess is in there, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, then I'm definitely feeding the wolf.
yeah. I've already fed the wolf jerky. I can.
That's definitely what Draut's doing, is just sitting there petting the wolf.
Oh,
Did when you came down here, did you mention there's a bar upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Bar.
going upstairs with you. But I'm not going to meet the twins.
I'm hanging out with the dog and the root.
All right.
I guess while y'all were doing this, maybe Brock text Mark and ask him what does he want to do with Ares? Is it he? Because I've just been kind of assuming that he's been with us, but I don't want to make a decision for him. Is he?
He's got to bring the dog.
Yeah, he's not gonna
He's bring the dog.
bar.
He'll bring the dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can.
So this is the night before the long rest. Is that what we're saying? We're doing all this before the long rest to jump?
Right.
I'll call him real fast. But let me see.
All right. If that's the case, then I'm definitely going to cast Speak with Animals and talk to the wolf just while we're waiting.
Y'all spend an evening like Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd and Loose Cannons howling at the moon, and the patrons upstairs can't figure out where in the hell that's coming from.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Me and the wolf are just having a nice chat.
He's not answering, but I mean, it's not like he's leaving the wolf in
bringing
his
the dog.
cave.
Yeah, he's not going to leave it here.
Yeah, so go ahead and shop.
No, it was more of did he, because y'all jumped in the portal to go, whether he left it with in Phandalin with Barth and Sister Gariel. I want to know where he wanted his wolf before we just went.
Well, if he calls back or texts, I'll ask him.
Why don't we just give him a free retcon on that?
Gotcha. All right, so y'all, Grim goes upstairs to enjoy. I'm sure Jack went upstairs to enjoy some beer as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need some beer for my adventure.
All right.
This is our last chance here.
So y'all are enjoying yourself, not too badly, not causing any problems, I hope. Carric, you go to speak to Theris, and you ask her to run some errands into town for y'all. What specifically are the things that y'all are asking for? Crushed diamonds.
100 gold worth of crushed diamond.
300 gold diamond.
300 gold diamond, yeah. And then, of course, Carric's got to ask for ink.
Okay.
And what else?
Any kind of healing. I mean, I'll take a healing.
Healing potions. Healing potions.
And I want to ask where who's this person's house I'm looking for? For Hatcherod?
Oh, Wayland Farce. He's in the Beggar's Nest at Neverwinter.
I want to ask where the Beggar's Nest is and if they know where Wayland Forest's house is.
Okay. For Carric's stuff, roll persuasion.
Oh gosh, well, Jack can't help me out. He came up there with me.
I thought he was drinking with Grim. Yeah, if Jack wants to do it, if Jack wants to be the one to ask, Jack, roll persuasion.
Yeah, I was actually coming up to help with
Gotcha.
that.
Because I rolled a 7. That's why you bring the bard.
That's why you bring the bard. All right. Y'all you not only convince her, but you've gotten to her when early enough in the day, and she says, I think this should be easy enough to secure these things, seeing that you are guests of our house and you wear the pin. I will send a courier that I trust to one of the jewelers here in Neverwinter. And also to some of the other shops to collect these basic supplies that you've asked for. As far as, and then she turns to Jack and says, as far as this particular gentleman, and you said Beggar's Nest, Trevor?
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. She informed you, yes, I've heard the person. We do have a good network of spies here. I'm familiar not only with the person, but with where their residence is. I would defer to Trevor if he knows exactly where in Neverwinter it is.
I have all that on notes in the other campaign, but
I would assume it's going to be easy enough for someone to get to, unless there's
it's a well-known. I mean, if you ask anybody on the street, they can talk to the Beggar's Nest.
For the sake of simplicity on this, I'm going to, if we know where it is, I'm going to put on my disguise kit
Okay.
and cast invisibility on myself and make my way over to his house.
Boom. All right. You won't have any problems getting there.
And I'll join him with my invisibility.
Okay. Y'all will travel to Beggar's Nest to deliver this box. There will be no problems. You're both invisible. I would, again, since specifically knowing what this box is going to do and the things that are going to happen once it's delivered. I'll defer to Trevor for that. But while they're making that trek, the courier for Theris, and she also aided as well to make sure to cut down on time, and she was able to deliver all of the items that you wished. But I assume you're going to at least make it worth her while in some form or fashion.
Yeah. I'll certainly pay 300 for a diamond with a tip.
Well, I will. I'll pay whatever I need for my supplies.
Yeah. I just assume y'all are going to deduct it from your own that she wasn't buying this for you.
Yeah, tell her bring it in the bill and I'll pay.
How many health potions did we get? I guess that's the unknown.
All right, hold on.
I mean, me and Draut are just playing with the dog, so.
You got 5.
Okay. And what do they cost? What are they? 250?
I don't have, if that's the going rate, I don't have that pulled up. I don't have shops for Neverwinter.
Usually, I think
Understandable.
I think it's pretty standard. 250. It may screw me up. I'm gonna try to log into my campaign real quick for a note.
Yeah, Jared, I think we usually did 250, but
I want to say that's what they were.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I did not
I'm at
in any
150.
fashion develop any portion of Neverwinter because again, y'all weren't going to be. I didn't think y'all would be going around. So 250 is fine, and I rolled the d6 to see how many you got. You got 5 of them, so 1,000 gold. I mean, not 1,000.
It's 1,000. So we'll pay her 1,200, $1,200,
Right.
1,200 gold.
All right. So, Grim got his crushed diamond. Got what he needed.
Yeah.
200 gold worth of crushed diamond. Let's see.
I'll take a 300 gold diamond. I'll pay for that.
Yeah, I'll pay for one.
Yeah, I'll throw in a $1,000 for the health potions. Somebody can hit the 200 on that if they want to.
I'll throw in 200.
Yeah, I'll throw it. I mean,
Regular potions only 50.
That's what I have for my campaign, just for my notes for healing potion cost, generic. That's from Player Handbook.
Then use that 50, whatever. Just adjust your.
What did we get?
So that's when we get regular ones.
Oh, so we overpaid by a lot.
No, I was just saying, adjust it.
We only owe 250 for the health potions. Yeah.
hey, how about this? I'll go ahead and give like 500, and I'll pay for my diamond and 2 health potions.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll pay for the rest of them because I'm gonna need more than anybody.
Yeah. All right, deal. I like it. And I already have 2, so I don't need a necessarily health potion.
I have one, but I'll take one more and give one to Iver. How about that?
I like it. Okay. Well, shoot. Are we ready?
Hey guys, my mistake. I actually already had 3 regular ones, so I'll just give 2 away to whoever wants.
That's fine.
I'll still pay for them, but I'll give them away to whoever wants them.
I don't need it. I don't know what Iver has. I doubt it's on his.
Jack, you want one?
Yeah.
Keep it yourself.
Now give
Or give it to Barrett.
Does Grim want any potions?
I have a greater already, and I've got healing ability. I mean,
all right. Just give it to me. I wrote down. I got 3, so we're good.
yeah, I'll just take out my cold dead body.
I don't want them. That's fine. I'll take 3. So I'll have 3.
So you want 2 of them?
Yeah, Baron will take 1 and I'll take 1.
All right, okay. We'll do that.
All right.
4 plus 20.
Yeah, that was that supreme healing potion. I was just saying what I would average.
I got it. Yeah, that's nice. 45.
Yeah, that's damn good.
1,300 gold.
Where did the Supreme come from?
All right, I guess one more real quick in-game thing before we, in my time off that night, I would send a quick sending message to Roland.
Okay.
and just kind of check in, say, hey, we're about to kind of leave the continent. Understand threats are being made. We're going to go try and take care of that.
You'll receive a response that thanks you for letting him know he knows that, again, you are going to be leaving. He wishes you well. He does confirm that he's received a threat as well, but the only threat that he could receive at this point would be to his daughter, who he is actively at this point engaged in attempting to rescue. So he's hoping that once he secures her, that threat will be.
All right, good deal. I'm ready to jump. Y'all ready to let me know when y'all.
I'll handle. Let me handle Jack going to Homeboy's house real quick.
Yep.
I guess when you show up.
Yeah, I'm just dropping my invisibility when I show up in my disguise kit, so I don't get busted out in the city.
Right. And you tell them who you are, and you go in and you hand them the package, which is just a small, like 6-inch long box. It's locked, and he goes and gets the key, unlocks the box, opens it up, grabs what looks like 3 stones out of it. Really, you don't really get a good look at them. I guess if you want to make a perception check to kind of get an idea.
Yeah, sure. Not my strong point.
Yeah, they look like stones. He grabs those up and he's like, "Hold on 1 second." He walks back and he comes back with some papers and he folds them up real nice and neat, drops some wax on it, puts the seal on it, hands it back to you, and says, "Next time you see Axelrod, give this to him."
Then I want to shiv him, take the stones, and say, Hatcherod sends his regards. I kid.
Carric, he's a little on the floor.
And then I cast my invisibility, and I guess Carric and I duck going back out there.
So now you have a piece of, or several pieces of paper that are sealed with his symbol that are now being delivered back to Hatcherod.
Fair enough. When we get back, I'm going to give the box back to Baron.
Well, that'll just be papers at this point.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So put them in your put those in your bag of holding,
Okay.
because I might be jumping in the water or something. That'd be a bad idea. If there's water, I don't know where we're going.
All right, boys. Anything else?
I'm good.
I'm good. Hey, so we got diamonds. Just real quick, inventory what we got.
I have a diamond and
We got diamonds.
in my stone, so I can bring someone back to life.
As far as shopping, what did we get? We got diamond dust. We got how many diamonds?
Sure.
I got one.
Well, I think we only needed 1 diamond, right? Didn't we have 2 already?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What'd you say, Jimmy?
I think he was asking how many diamonds we got from shopping.
Oh, it was yours were crushed. How much did you spend on crushed diamonds?
200 gold worth of crushed diamond. Already did that. Did we get any solid diamonds?
I think Carric bought.
I thought we bought, or I thought J-Mick brought a diamond, something.
Okay.
I was
So
thinking I wanted to. I was checking with the DM. Did I succeed in getting that diamond?
Oh yeah, y'all got all the supplies that you want. I mean, this is a big city, and again, y'all had plenty of time to. She had plenty of time to make the rounds. So
Okay, cool.
good. That's all I needed. I was just curious, make sure everybody had one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I guess we're ready to go see what this castle's about, huh?
Let's do it.
Are we gonna rest first before we do this?
Yeah. So I guess that was all the first day, and then we have to do a long rest, and then we can go.
yeah.
Good.
You had to do the long rest so he could cast that again.
I can only teleport once a day. Yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when we get to the next level, I can do it twice a day.
Did I get my pot? Because We're gonna set it for another day.
Oh, do you only have one 5th level spell slot or something?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to sit down on the ground and start drawing with my fancy chalk.
Okay. All right, so Carric will begin to very carefully using the page that he has now deciphered the correct pattern. He's going to be very careful to put it in the correct sequence, just as the instructions show. Again, this doesn't match the normal patterns of teleportation circles in the Sword Coast, but he is able to successfully get it drawn, and at that point, as he does so, I assume everyone steps in.
Here we go.
Yep.
All right. Y'all were on the map. Y'all were roughly in this area of the Sword Coast, and in the blink of an eye, you scroll over to the right, you will be immediately teleported to this portion of the Umbergoth Mountains and Aglarond. And as you do that, with a flash of light, you find yourself immediately standing in a teleportation circle amongst some ruins. You are immediately hit with an extreme, frigid, biting frost. First off, I need to know, is anybody resistant to cold?
I can be, but no, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws.
All right, if you're close to me, you get a +3.
24.
Are we all close to at this point?
Yeah, I would assume everybody's close to me, huh?
You have to be at a 14.
Yep. No.
Well, hey, you get the +3.
Oh yeah, +3. Yeah. So.
Carric, what was yours?
Oh, I failed.
Okay, and Baron, you want to roll for Iver?
Oh yeah, sorry. Constitution +3, 15.
All right, so, and let me, since I've got it here, I'll roll for Ares.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
You
Ares is
shall
gonna make it.
not pass.
Oh, I already planned that. Carrics definitely do.
You're going to come back as Carric the White.
Yeah. I'm going to fight the Balrog by myself.
Let's see, Ares is a
You do have that fancy longsword.
+1.
Yeah, 2 of them. Chick.
Does Ares have a character sheet? Yeah, he does.
No, I have 2 short swords. Sorry. Deck space.
He's a +1. Oh, he failed that.
+30. No.
Yeah. All right. So, Carric, you are immediately going to suffer 1 level of exhaustion, and so will Ares.
Okay.
Let me see something here. Change this on Ares. It wasn't working.
Hey, I would like to immediately, now that we're here, and I like catch a glimpse of the surroundings, and I just want to cast Divine Sense.
Well, I'm changing something on
Yeah, you're good.
Ares' thing.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. I think it will do that.
Aren't like saves, correct?
It's a disadvantage on skill checks.
Yeah, but not saving throws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ability checks. Oh, he posted it. Good for him. All right, I didn't even see that. All right, I was going back to the bar. All right, so before I describe what you're seeing, what did you say, J-Mac?
I said I just like getting a good sense of death around me. I just want to cast Divine Sense and see if I detect any undead, fey, or fiends or anything within 60 feet.
Okay. Well, first off, you're going to get a good sense of death right out of the gate. As you teleport into this, besides being immediately hit with this just bitter frost, you are standing in pitch darkness. It extends in all directions in this room. You're only able to see the distance of what your typical vision would be as far as with your dark vision. I think everybody's got it. You're also going to be hit with a horrible stench. This isn't like the troglodyte stench. This is the stench of death and decay. What you're able to see, at least in your field of view, is lots of matted bones, armor and cloth strewn about, decomposing pieces of creature or matter. It's going to be, again, a very good sense of death. As far as your divine sense, and you said it's up to 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet, and any undead, fey, or fiend.
Look here.
Or celestial.
As far as it's 60 feet, no. You're not getting any immediate pings in that. But this is what you are able to see. Now that you are in the teleportation circle, I'm going to drag you to the map. You will, as you kind of fan out and take a look at your surroundings, you're going to notice that Carric is going to pull out the sketch that he secured from the tome of Aglarond history. All right, and you're going to carefully study that map, and based on the rough, again, this is not to scale, this is simply a sketch of what somebody possibly wanted it to look like, but based on the teleportation circle itself and the way the room is configured, you're going to estimate that you are here. And y'all,
Where is here? I didn't see that on there. Did you ping the map?
It's where that stone.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
now I need everybody to kind of make investigation checks for me.
I'm assuming our palette is sweating profusely with our programs.
Oh, natural 20 and it didn't count. Still a 19.
I'm sorry, what check?
Investigation.
Investigation.
All right. Carric is going to be able, as he kind of again stands there in silence, comparing the sketch and making a walk around the room. You're going to notice. Not only are you going to notice there are two doors or exits, one with stairs leading up and one going down a hall. You're going to notice that there appear to be small glass orbs embedded in the walls. They are evenly spaced out, maybe every 20 feet or so, and they're roughly 6 feet up. The chamber itself is, with your vision, you'll be able to see that it's roughly 15 feet tall. Is this chamber? Everything seems to be made out of some type of very dense stone. There are wood beams in certain areas, but you are again. That's kind of the makeup of the room, what it's made of. You again, the main thing that you note is these strange glass orbs that seem to be embedded about every 20 feet or so in the room.
When we got here, did you say Draut did a divine sense? He got a sense of undead or death.
Y'all all were hit with the stench of death and decay. His divine sense did not detect any undead or fays within 60 feet.
And you said there's skeletons, like dead people around?
There are no skeletons. It's pieces of bone, pieces of maybe an arm here, a bone, a femur here, old rusted armor, clothing, things like that. Things that have long since rotted away.
I got you. But there's no whole like skeletons.
No whole skeletons. So that is, again, that's kind of your lay of the land of where you're at. You have a rough idea based on Carric's rough estimation of where you are at in his sketch. He will relay that to you. And again, it's 15-foot high ceilings. You've got stairs that go up, a hallway that goes the opposite direction, and these strange glass orbs that seem to be about 6 feet up on the walls, about every 20 feet or so.
I'll go take a look at the orbs. Do I recognize that they're sensors or are they lights?
First make an investigations check, and then we'll see what that does, and then I'll.
Oh, the disadvantage is killing me. That's a natural 19, but instead it's just a regular 19.
Okay, and then now make an Arcana check.
Hey, that's better. 23.
And then now make a History check.
Holy crap. Got me on that one. 12.
Okay. Based on investigating, they appear to be normal glass orbs. They don't appear to have any remarkable features, except for the fact that they're embedded in the wall. As far as with your Arcana and your History checks, you are kind of able, as you stand there and study them, piece together that you do come from this land, and you know things are a little bit more advanced in some part there. You would piece together that these possibly, in some form or fashion, would generate light.
Okay. I don't see a switch anywhere.
No, your purview of your survey of the room and your investigation, there does not appear to be any type of switch or anything like that. But again, with your history of this continent and with your living here and your Arcana, you know that something.
Are they solid glass, or are they like a light bulb? Are they hollow on the inside?
They're hollow on the inside.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation to put a flame inside one of the orbs.
Okay. You will add a little flame in one orb, and it will light up on the inside. It'll kind of project light in that little area of the one that you put, and it kind of will obviously stay there.
Hey, look, guys, torches.
So that's nice. You want to do that for the rest of these?
Yeah, I'll just walk around the room.
Just light them all up.
So as you do that, as you light up the entire room, you will notice you get a much better picture of the room that you're in. You are able to see deeply embedded. You can just barely see the raised beveled edge of this between the orbs, the glass orbs embedded in the wall. There appears to be tubes that connect to them. So make an intelligence check.
Yeah, 11.
With that, you don't really learn anything else or able to ascertain anything else from this, but have everyone, now that everyone's able to see the room with greater detail, everybody make investigation checks again for me. All right.
19.
Yeah.
Jamie rolled. Which one am I using? Your first one or your last one?
The first one.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, that was a 10 and a 19. All right. Draut and Jack.
Just a 19. The 10 was an error.
Oh, okay. All right. Then Draut, Jack, and Carric, as y'all, with the rest of the group, can again take a better look at your surroundings now that Carric has lit up the room. Y'all are able to kind of see that these tubes extend up the wall as they near this direction right here. and appear to go up the stairs in the wall. They're on each side. Again, this room, these orbs are kind of embedded in the wall all the way around. Obviously, we'll just call them light bulbs. But the tubes that connect them that are deeply recessed into the wall, but that you can just make out, you can kind of tell that they lead on each side of the wall, the staircase up this direction. The three of y'all kind of come to the same conclusion as y'all kind of congregate right here and see that they go up. They do not appear at this point to go this direction.
Well, guys, do y'all want to head towards the light or do y'all want to go towards the darkness?
Upstairs or down, huh?
Well,
Yeah, there should be a big tunnel up here if we head that way. Maybe we should go up.
Hey, I'm trying to do it, but
where do the stairs go?
I'll just look at Carric and be like, look, I don't do much of the reading things that you do. I don't do much of the thinking thing that you do. So I'm here to follow you guys through this. I can't understand that.
Speaking of which, now that the room's lit up, do we see any inscriptions or any writing on the walls or anything like that?
No, you do not.
All right. I don't know, boys, up the stairs. Let's go.
so Grin is up.
Well, how long have we been in this room already?
Oh, you've been in here maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Up the stairs then. Let's go.
Okay. All right, y'all will work your way up the stairs. As you work your way up the stairs and reach the what we would call, I'd say, the landing. I mean, it's all one chamber. But as you reach up here, everybody make investigation checks for me.
Garbage. Hot garbage.
Yeah, also.
Hang on, I'm just rolling twice off my sheet because mine and Iver's are the same at 0.
Okay. As you do this, Draut is going to say, whoa, 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 and stop everybody, and he's going to point up. And as you look upwards, you're going to notice extremely large holes in the ceiling, as if the stone is just gone. It's not like it's been chiseled out or, was done on purpose by a mason or anything like that. Almost like individual tunnels or that lead up, but there are almost like a Swiss cheese pattern and these are fairly large, some upwards of 15 feet to almost 20 feet wide, some smaller, but it definitely looks like something has pushed holes or caused holes in the masonry work above your heads.
Are there claw marks or scratch marks or
Make an investigation.
nails in the tunnel? I'm going to stop talking because this disadvantage is killing me. 13.
Based on what you're able to see, you don't see any claw marks or anything like that. It appears just as if the stone just vanished. It does not appear to be rough or it wasn't chiseled out or anything like that. It wasn't clawed out or bitten out. It just irregular holes all on the ceiling.
They have termites.
Kind of pointing and laughing like holes.
So that's what you'll notice as you hit the top of this, and then as you do that, you will notice also that these tubes head in this direction and stop here, with this particular area being appear to be bathed in pitch black and pitch darkness.
Dancing lights. 5 orbs flying around.
Okay, you're casting dancing lights.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, where are you casting?
Red area.
Do they follow you, or do you just like put them?
Yeah, I can drive them around.
Okay. All right. So you'll cast Dancing Lights and before torch the making them appear torch you can find the four lights. Lights you see it change. All right. Which way are you moving it?
To the shaft.
All right. You are going to be able to see as you light up the shaft that there appears to be what used to be some type of lift, but it has long since been destroyed or rotted away. You don't see even the flat part of the lift that would rise or lower. You are able to see what used to be the chains or the pulleys that would attach to something that's no longer there. And it does appear that the shaft continues to go up, similar to your sketch, and it appears to go down, similar to the sketch.
Hey, Baron, you said you had a climber's kit, right?
Yeah, I do.
That could potentially come in handy here.
Very much so. Let me.
Do you want to take the shaft, or do you want to go follow the tubes around?
We could, I mean, it looks like on the sketch, it looks like maybe there's out in the open if we go up one level. Is that out?
If we go up, you can use stairs to go down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
If you want to take those dancing, I don't know, dancing lights. Is that would that be considered dim light or like?
It's a torchlight.
10-foot radius.
I mean, what is that? I'm telling you, is that dim light or bright light?
Dim light.
Dim light.
All right, I'll just grab my cloak and fly up there. Look at it.
You're talking in the shaft.
Yeah, I'll
All right.
fly up one level and see what's up.
All right, so you will step out into the shaft, and with your cloak, it allows you to levitate.
No, if I grab both ends of it, I can fly 40 feet.
Oh, okay. All right, you will step out into the shaft. You will be able to see down that there appears to be a portion of it that is completely collapsed or clogged the hole roughly about here. It appears to be a large amount of stone and debris that is completely blocking the shaft down, but upward seems to be there's no obstructions, it's unobstructed. And you were able to see that it's only darkness as you go up, but it does appear to be clear to go up. So your options would be to go up or the other path to the right. So at that point, y'all would decide which direction you want
So
to
would
go.
I be standing on a level above them right now?
Say that again?
Would I be standing on the level above them right now?
Yes, yeah, that would be. I mean, it's not directly over it. It's more out and up over. But yes, you would be a floor above them.
And I've looked around, or I need to do some investigation.
No, I let you step out and fly out into it to look up. Do you want to fly all the way up to the top?
Oh yeah.
Okay. As you fly up to the top, you will come up into a room, and in the room, it's going to be the same thing, pitch dark, and what you're able to see is it appears to be a long rectangular room with what appears to be doors at the south end of it. You will, excuse me, God dog. You will also see what appears to be a number of decomposing bodies on the ground.
Okay. I'll badge everybody. Say there's dead bodies and doors, and I'm gonna drop a rope, anchor it off. Y'all can climb up here.
Yeah, I'll climb up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right, so y'all, I need everybody to make strength checks.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, right.
I say
Can
I can.
like carry Carric?
I say they can go last, and I can pull them. We can pull them up.
Hey, I got a 15 with disadvantage, yo. What's up? That's a 15 and 18 for old Carric.
That was a save. Same either way. Okay.
Let's see here. We got. It wouldn't be a dwarf. All right, so everybody is able to climb up the rope. Grim is left hanging at the bottom, trying to pull himself up, dangling like a Christmas tree ornament.
I'll start pulling.
You will pull him up.
I'll help. Yeah, I'll help pull him up.
And as you pull him up, you will get him to the top of the shaft, and everyone has climbed out of the hole and placed their feet onto solid ground. And we're going to hope and pray that this works. That didn't work. Very good.
Oh, we're in a room.
All right. So you will find yourself in this room. Again, your vision will allow you to see most of the room, but you are able to sense again that it is in complete darkness. You will see Baron described to you. You have what appears to be doors to the south, and a number of bodies, decomposing bodies on the ground.
Can I walk over and like just kick one of his bodies, make sure he's not like gonna pop up and try to kill us all?
Sure. Walk up to one of the bodies.
Okay. I'm gonna take this one away from everybody else, include kick him.
Where are you at? Which one are you going to?
I'm gonna go to this one up here.
What I say?
I'm not gonna kick him, but I'm just gonna kind of touch him.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of nudge him, like, hey, buddy.
Okay. Grim goes and I guess tries to buy a drink for the one in front of him. And it does not move at all. It just again, it's decomposing. It seems to be. I mean, it's not rotted completely away, but I mean, it's.
I think.
It does not move or anything like that. You get a bad whiff of obviously death and decay.
Yeah, I'll badger everybody.
Can I tell what race he is, or what he?
No, he's kind of so far gone. You really can't tell. The skin is kind of hanging off. Now.
He has a full size like Baron.
Oh, it's humanoid size. It's full size like Baron.
Okay.
Cut their heads off.
Actually, I want to talk to one of them.
Oh, good. That's even better. But cut their heads off the rest of them. You can talk to a dead head, right?
As long as he has his jaw intact.
Yeah.
All right. We'll say that this is all happening in tandem. So you're going to
light incense and wave it over his head and touch him.
okay. And as you touch him, what does this spell do? I mean, it allows you to talk to him. What is it? Does it like?
I think you get like questions.
Odd questions I can ask him, and he has to answer truthfully.
All right.
He knows everything he knew in life up to the point where he died. He answers truthfully.
Okay.
At the end of the questions, he goes back into his restful state.
Into his restful state. That's so peaceful sounding.
Not peaceful.
So I will light the incense and kind of hold him up and be like, hey friend.
All right, it will turn to you, and the head will kind of very creepily turn to you. I mean, it's not going to answer, hey, it's just going to look at you, so you know the spell is working.
I want to ask him, who did this to you?
It will respond with it will give you the response of death.
In what form?
Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to answer that. Like help me out with form. When you say form, what, like specifically what?
I
Like,
want to know,
are we talking like race, or are we talking like?
was it a spirit? Was it like a?
Oh, gotcha. All right. It'll say aberration.
An aberration? Which way did they come from?
Everywhere.
Do I hear this?
You're over there. This is happening in tandem, so you're too busy getting ready to, or in the process of poking him. And then it will say, look above.
Okay, well, I'll look up.
And you will see the same things that you saw on the landing, large holes in the ceiling. Pretty much now at this point, unless I specifically tell you that the ceiling is not disturbed, you are going to just generally notice that everywhere you go, there are these large, giant holes in the ceiling.
What were you doing here?
Serving.
Who do you serve?
Death.
Anybody got any questions for this asshole? We're not getting anywhere with this guy.
Nah, I don't have questions.
As you're doing that, we'll cut to Draut. Draut, I just need clarification on your divine sense. Is that something that when you cast it, it's at that moment, it's when it pings for you, or does it last for a period of time?
No, it's that moment. I like basically go into my senses and I take like a deep breath, and I can smell like
Okay.
which that's why I'm asking, do I hear him? Because I was about to cast it again, hearing that.
Gotcha.
I heard that I was going to cast it again.
Gotcha. And I just want to make sure it wasn't something that was active, because I didn't want, obviously, what's about to happen to catch you off guard if it was not supposed to catch you off guard.
Yeah, I hear you.
When you poke this thing, as Grim was over there, doing that, you're immediately going to hear it, let out this just horrible groan, and it's going to let this out. It's going to be loud enough that it rings in your ears, and everybody kind of turns everybody's attention. That obviously this thing is moving, and as it does that, let's see here. Let's put that. As you do that, it begins to stand up. You take a step back, and because it's getting up, I'll give you the option to either use an action, since it's getting up from prone, to either do something to it or take a step back, your choice. But as it lets out that groan, the one that was standing or laying next to Jack, it gets up as well.
The one in front of me started to get up?
No, the one in front of you did not get up.
If I have an action, then I'm definitely going to take a swing at this thing getting up.
All right. We're going to let you go and do that. Everybody roll initiative.
All right, just clear, just because it depends on what I roll here. Do I have time to speak the command word for my sword to make the ice appear?
Yeah, I'll say you have time to do that, because again, this thing is not moving at the speed of light. It's moving up. You've got enough time to realize that stuff.
That was bonus action.
Yeah, no, you're good. You can speak it.
All right, I'll speak it, and then that's my swing.
All right. Let me move this thing. All right. Your swing is going to make contact, just barely. And it is, what is that, 19 total damage?
Mm-hmm.
Let me open this. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, Jack.
Sorry.
I need you to make a perception check for me. Actually,
Is there an initiative order up or?
there's about to be, but I'm letting Jack.
Okay. I didn't. I just saw a new top, like something new on the Roll20. My
right.
initiative's not 12, but
Jack, when you obviously when this thing groaned, everybody's attention turned to that. But with your perception, you were able to see that the one at your feet began to rise, and so I will give you the same opportunity as J-Mick to make some type of action before we enter combat.
Okay. I am going to cast.
that's not what mine was.
Oh, so sorry, I'm going through my spells real quick. We're doing initiative.
Iver was 18. If
I'm going to do dissonant whispers on this guy. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Nope. So he's going to take 3d6 and he has to move immediately as far away from me as possible.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. Mine is. All right, and
Hey, point of order whenever you're done resolving all that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, and he uses 30 feet of movement to get as far away from Jack as possible. And real quick, let me.
My bad, Grim. I was expecting to go down.
Yeah, I thought he moved away. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I did good.
All right, and J-Mick, you said you had a quick question before we go in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, now that I have spoken the command word on my sword, I'm assuming we're in freezing temperature if we had to make con saves.
Yes.
Okay, then my sword is glowing a bright light in a 10-foot radius,
Perfect.
if that matters or not, but just throwing that out there.
And let's see, who is not in the tournament?
I put Iver in there for 18.
All right. 18 for Iver. And then we'll add Carric. Carric, well, just tell me what your roll is so I don't have to find it.
Got it.
Oh, you got it. All right. It should be everybody, I think. All right. All right. This first creature, which is already rolled, so now you'll see this first white that is risen at the feet of Draut is going. Excuse me, I shouldn't drink that drink. Is going to attempt its multi-attack, and its first swing of the sword.
Oh, shoot, that'll hit.
Oh.
It was a crit. That was a.
Not daggum.
Oh, son of a.
And its second attack is going to use a power called Life Drain. But
The second one missed.
yeah, say it missed. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 59 points of damage.
All right. And it's not going to take any movement. Iver's up.
All right. Let me get this turn order out of the way. All right. Iver's gonna move.
This will be a good night. A crit on the first swing.
Good. That's fun.
Yeah, he's gonna move up here. And the only thing he's seen is somebody hit Draut, so he's gonna swing at him
Okay.
or shoot at him. And it'll be Hunter's Mark, Colossus Slayer, sneak attack. And that's gonna be a miss.
Yep.
All right. What doesn't he get on the second attack? He just regular damage. He gets Hunter's Mark. He gets regular damage and Colossus Slayer. Sneak attack he does not get.
Right. That one will hit. So it's he gets, you said damage and Hunter's Mark.
Damage, Hunter's Mark, and Colossus Slayer.
All right. So 32.
Drew, you already hit this person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit him.
Okay, so Colossus Slayer is in effect.
So a total of 32 points of damage there.
Yes.
All right. Is he going to take any additional movement? I didn't see how much he used.
No. There's nowhere for him to go.
All right. Drew, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna swing at this dude twice.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, dude just smoked me.
Yeah, you did.
Actually, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me look at something. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna swing at him.
All right. That'll hit. 18.
And then a second one.
That will just miss.
All right. Shoot, never mind. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay.
I don't want that dude hitting me running away.
No, you
All right. Next up is this one that's standing now next to Grim that was at the feet of Jack. It has run as far away on that immediate turn as it can. We will say that it continues to try to put an obstruction or distance between it and the thing that caused it to run. And then it is going to attempt to take swings at the dwarf.
Jeez.
The second one will be that. All right, that will miss.
I want to use a reaction on that first one.
Okay.
He needs to make a dex saving throw.
All right.
Miss. I do have something for this.
Let's see, 5 points. All right.
I'm going to choose thunder damage.
All right.
And that was how many points of damage?
It looks like 5.
28 or 29?
Oh, yeah. It was 29. All right. And Baron, you're up.
I'm going to move and flanking with Draut on this, whatever that is. And I will use Sword Attack, Great Weapons Master.
Okay, that'll hit.
And one more time.
26. It's 3.
I mean, and you tell me.
What?
I mean,
no, it hit.
yeah, it hit. Okay. Looking rough, not looking rough, whatever.
Oh no, I was subtracting it when you did it, but I was about to say when you take that swing, it basically falls to one knee. You almost, in fact, we'll say you chopped one of its arms off, and it looks like the flesh that's holding it together is about to give way at any point, like a stiff wind will blow it over. I know I've used that before.
Yeah, I'm gonna just no great weapons master, regular great sword attack.
Okay. Tie goes to the swinger. You will obliterate this thing with that swing.
Let me count my steps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would know Dro's pretty good, so at healing himself right now. So I'm gonna I got 5 feet of movement left, so I'm gonna move up 1.
Okay.
And, well, I'll move up 1. All right. I'm good. That was my turn.
Okay. All right. Next up is this one down in the south part of the room, southern part of the room. It is going to charge at the bar. Be right there. And it is going to do the same thing. It's going to attempt to hit it with its long sword.
I am going to cast Shield as a reaction.
Okay.
So that misses.
All right. And then it will attempt on its second to use that.
That also misses.
Okay. And that will be the end of its turn. And now it is your turn, Jack.
Let's see.
Hey, Trevor, check your text. I sent you a text for a question about last campaign.
I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on the one in front of me, so he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right, let's see here. All right, there it is. And whichever one does it. You said let's see, where is it? A wisdom?
Wisdom, yep.
You're not going to be very smart. Go.
I think that passes. That's my DC. Yep, it's 17.
All
So
right.
he makes it.
Okay. So he does not laugh at your jokes.
Nope.
You going to take any movement or hold tight?
Yeah, since I still have shield up, I'm gonna bolt over here behind Carric. About 30 feet.
Right. And shield, does that make just basically any attack miss?
No, it adds 5 to my AC.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and have it take its swing. It probably won't do much, but
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Jeez.
all right. Well, then as you pull away, it tries to reach out and swipe you with its long sword, and it'll slash for 29 points then. And as you finish your movement, the wizard readies his.
Yeah, watching this.
Do you have a staff?
No, just a lowly wizard. I'm going to pull out my piece of leather, and I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself because I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
And take my 23 hit points.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And then I shall follow the bard
All right.
and hang out with the fire guy.
Okay. And from way down in the hole, you'll hear Ares going, "Hoo!"
Yeah, I've thought about that.
Graham, you're up.
So it's Groom, Iver, then. Okay. I'm gonna attack the guy in front of me. Well, tell you what I'll do. Yeah, I'll just attack the guy in front of me with my longsword with Divine Strike.
Okay.
20.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. So that's 16 points. All right. You gonna continue to stay toe to toe?
Yep.
All right. Ivor's up.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to look up something for Iver.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Hey,
Not
trust
on
me,
this.
you're not ever gonna bother me. Look, I'm juggling so many things. I'm so worried I'm slowing y'all up.
So Iver here. All right, the whatever chick next to Grim is going to take the same Hunter's Mark. Colossus, he'll move the Hunter's Mark over here. Colossus Slayer sneak attack.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. So 10, 11, 16, 20. 20 points of damage. All right.
Again, but we'll take sneak attack off of it.
Okay, that'll hit. So 22, so 29 points of damage.
I'll tell you right now, his sneak attack deal's set up wrong.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to fix it, but
Yeah, he can do more than 1d6.
I know, but I think it's 2d6 right now, or
Well,
2d8.
go ahead and roll another d6. I'm fine with that. I mean, I want to make sure you get. I want to make sure you're getting all the damage you're supposed to.
Yeah, I copied it from the old campaign
Here, I'll do it
earlier.
real quick.
But,
Yeah, I got you.
All right, another 4.
oh, you got it. Okay, let's use the 4.
It should be 5 total anyway, because you did do it on the last week.
Okay, all right, we'll do it. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Let's see here. As you do that, these arrows really seem to be making the pus and the flesh fall out and kind of ooze out. And he really looks like he's doing poorly at this point. All right. Is Iver going to make any movement, or is he going to stand fast?
Yeah, no, he's good. Right where he's at.
All right, Drew.
Let's see. What are these two guys looking like?
This one right here is looking, like I said, looking like he's not much longer for this world. Well, I mean, he's not in this world already, but he's. This one's fresh as a daisy.
All right. What I'm going to step up here, the hole here. I'm going to step up there, and then I'm going to use a circlet of blasting.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot 1 at the dude in front of Grim and 2 at the guy over here by himself.
Okay.
So, let's see if that works.
No.
That'll be the first one going towards Grim's guy.
Yep. That will hit him, and the blast will evaporate him.
All right, and then the next 2 go to the other guy.
Thank you.
All right. Both of those will hit, and so that is 5 and 5, so 10. All right. You going to use any additional movement, or are you going to hold there?
No, I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
All right. Baron?
Okay. Let's see. I can measure, I guess. Okay, let me ask a question here. What is this dark spot right here?
That's just part of the map. It's just, we'll just say a fissure part of the hole, but it's just part of the black border.
Okay.
You could walk past it. We'll just say it's just a little step over. It's
Okay. Let me get to
I had to create this map to match the sketch, so this is a piece of something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, that's fine. 1, 2. This will get me to 30 feet,
Okay.
I think. That might be too far.
All right. And you going to do anything from there? Or are you just going to?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my measuring tool, make sure I'm not. That's too far. So, I'll go here. Can I go here? Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, where?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw my sword at this chick,
Okay.
and it's gonna be not with advantage, so just regular attack.
That'll hit. 17, 25.
And I need to make a strength check to get that back. Which, it's I think anything over, you have to ask.
Yeah,
Graham.
anything over 10, I mean,
Yeah.
is attached to your wrist. I mean,
Right. Okay. And then another. I'll throw it again, and then try to get it back. Okay. That'll be me. I'm done.
All right. So yeah, that second one will hit, and that's a total of 25 as well. All right. And then this one is going to run at the thing that's been throwing javelin, swords at it. And it's going to attempt its multi-attack.
Okay, that hits.
All right. And then the second one will miss.
Yeah, miss.
All right, and that'll be its turn. Jack.
I am going to cast Vicious Mockery at it, so it needs to make a wisdom save.
Mhm.
Nope. So that'll be. What is 2d4. And if it makes it around, which I'm sure it won't, it'll be at disadvantage.
All right. That's 5. All right. You gonna take a movement?
I'm gonna move a little bit further away.
All right. Carric.
Yeah, okay. I guess just a firebolt. That's like a 14 to hit.
Okay.
Is that a yes or no?
Yeah, you said 14 to hit. Yeah, it's 14 is its AC. Tie goes to the
5 whole points of fire damage.
5's better than 0.
And I too will skirt the perimeter.
All right. Grim.
well, what is this guy looking like?
He's looking rough. I mean, he's not at death's door, but he's looking rough.
Okay. So. Well, I can't get there, so we'll do this. Guiding bolt.
Yep, that'll hit.
It'll hit.
Doesn't it also give like advantage on next attack against it or something?
Well, and it's radiant damage. I don't know if that does any extra damage to him or not, but yeah, you do get next attack roll made against a creature before the end of my next turn has advantage, and he's shimmering with light.
Okay. He's got his soul glow going on, so Iver, you can see him. And you can take your shot with advantage.
Okay. So we've been able to shoot across this thing the whole time. I just thought it was a wall, like a shaft.
It is, but this ends here, like it's a hole.
Yeah. Okay. So I can shoot from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's sneak attack, Colossus Slayer, Hunter's Mark.
That'll hit. 15. All right. With that, you will obliterate that one, and it'll fall into a pile of bones and mush. And so, with that, you are out of combat.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and drink a healing potion.
Smart. I've got more if you need them.
Yeah, I've got 3. Well, I've got 2 left now.
I'll come over here and toss you one more. I don't know where you're at, but as far as healing, but
Yeah. You know what? I'll take a second one.
yeah. No, I'll mark it off mine. That way we both have 2.
Yeah, that dude did a lot of damage in one hit.
Yeah, he smoked you.
What? I don't see. Oh yeah. Do you need some more healing without healing potions?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at right now. I mean, I can heal myself for more if I need to, but
All right.
You can hold on to that for me.
yeah, I'm assuming we're going to run into some more things here, so
Nah.
I'll take what I'm at right now.
Are there markings on the ground here?
Yeah, there's just old markings that you can roll an investigation, but they're not going to really tell you anything. They're just they bear no significance. How's that?
Well, what's this down to the south? Is that a door?
Yeah, it appears to be double doors that lead down to the south. So thus far, it appears that your rough sketch, cannonball sketch, holds true. There's a set of double doors that leads to the south in this room. And at this point, I'm going to need to know what y'all want to do with Ares.
I guess we need to go get him.
Yeah.
I guess Iver could tie a rope around him and pull him up.
Yeah, we'll go. Can we just fast forward and say we figured that out?
Yeah, we'll just swan dive off with a rope tied around him, pull him up.
I'm looking for something on the other campaign, so y'all figure that out.
So we will. Here we go.
Can I climb down and like carry him up or something, or tie him up, bring him up?
He's a pretty big dire wolf, but yeah, I'm assuming if
I can lift a lot of weight.
I mean, we can do it together.
I'll go
I mean,
get him.
literally, I can push, drag, or lift 510 pounds.
Okay. Well, we'll say with Baron's help, you are able to do that. So with that, since we're on a map, Ares has been pulled up to the.
I mean, is he 510 pounds?
I mean, he's probably pretty close to that. I mean, again, this is a big old wolf, but I don't have his specifics on weight. I'd have to Google dire wolf D&D, and I don't feel like doing that. So we're just gonna say y'all got him up.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's wagging his tail. He doesn't particularly like the place.
I don't think anybody's just liking the place right now.
And to his master and hang out. So at this point, y'all can decide what you want to do. At roughly here, it's been about from the moment y'all started. It's been about 30 minutes or so. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws again.
Hey, y'all come close to me. Come get close to me.
Yeah, I'm standing right next to you. Constitution, right?
You got to beat a 14. Tyre beat a 14.
That's a fail for Carric.
Ooh.
That's a fail for me.
No. I'm gonna use Indomitable on myself and reroll.
Okay.
Constitution.
How close do we have to be to you to get
Jesus
this plus
Christ!
3?
Oh yeah, I beat it with his 13, his extra 3. So thank goodness.
You gotta be in that yellow circle.
We can't see your yellow circle.
So for J-Mick, for Draut and
Iver failed it.
And Iver failed. So Iver and Draut are going to suffer a level of exhaustion. So they'll now have disadvantage on ability checks. Carric is going to suffer his second level of exhaustion, so his speed is halved.
And this is just because of the cold?
This is the worst cold you've ever felt in your entire life. This is causing exhaustion.
Fire or something.
And so at this point, let's use everybody, whoever's the smartest, make an intelligence check, but everybody can make it.
I was like, I'm the smartest, but I've got disadvantage on all my shit.
Yeah, I am far from the smartest.
Is it just a check or a save?
Just to check.
I'm by far the smartest.
Okay, we're going to say Draut.
Brilliant.
We're going to say Draut's sufficient. He's going to look at everybody and say, guys, I think it's of paramount importance that we find a way to warm up or generate heat in this place.
Yeah, so I'm not the smartest guy, but simple things come quick to Drew. We need fire.
Are there corpses on the ground? What's the deal?
There were. They got up
I
and
got
ate our faces off.
Yeah, I mean, I can light a fire anywhere. I just need something to burn.
I can do continual flame, but it doesn't produce any heat. So there's that.
Well, let's drag some bodies together. Let's drag these corpses together and burn them.
Maybe we should loot them first.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming Iver does that immediately all the time.
Yeah, right.
Iver's just whisper looting every body that we walk by. I think that's assumed at this point.
Okay, I'll go over here and tell Iver. Drag all these bodies next to each other. Actually, I'll tell Ares that we're buddies now. He can drag them together. Apparently he's a 500-pound wolf. He shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, he'll drag whatever. Again, he's an ally of the group, and Ivor's there as well to give him the command. He'll drag the pieces of what y'all have already obliterated, including I guess y'all pilot just on this one that didn't rise, and you can all pilot them.
Well, the thing is, we're going to have fire with us at all times. I mean, setting these bodies on fire is not going to do any good if we get a level of exhaustion every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
True.
I was thinking the same.
I see some doors, wooden planks ahead of us.
They're doors. They're.
I thought they were when you said initially.
They're just like double doors.
Can we chop up that wood from the doors?
Let's see what's on the other side of the doors, and then we might do that.
I can get rid of somebody.
All right, I'll approach
But one time only.
You what?
I can bring somebody back to normal, but one time in one person.
Well, somebody's got 2 levels of exhaustion already, don't they?
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's just let him get 6 and die so we can get out of here.
That sounds like a great plan and all, except you forget that I have the tiny hut. I can cure myself if I have to. I'll just sit in my hot tub and just hang out.
Witcher style.
That's right.
Yeah. If you get one more level, I'll go ahead and use my 5th level spell to remove them from you. But
I'm lighting a torch and keeping it on me.
Yeah, I was going to say, will the torch work? Because I have a torch in my bag.
I've got a tinderbox. That's all I got. Okay, let's deal with these doors right now. About that.
So Draut, it looks like Draut is the one that has appeared or approached the door on his left, our right. You just going to open it? Or are you going to
Probably check it for traps.
Dro's not that smart. He's just opening the door.
Okay. He will just open the door. And
Do I see anything on the other side of the door?
there you go.
Oh, there we go. I'm going to tell the group, hey, y'all, let me walk in first and look around. I just want to step through.
Just as an experiment, I'm going to light my torch and just hold it, kind of like.
You're gonna light yourself on fire.
Yeah.
I'm warm.
That's right.
I'm going to talk back to the group and say, hey, guys, there's a lot of blood in here.
What about dead people?
You see,
I currently don't see any bodies. But I see what looks to be a lot of blood.
I'm gonna go and send. Yep, I can confirm blood.
I concur.
Well, there's no reason to open that other door just in case. I can't move Ares, so
Oh, okay. We'll just say y'all giving him the command to follow, and if something happens or whatnot, I will dictate. But I will just assume he's following you. That way, I don't have to drag the token either.
yeah, okay. Perfect. Yep, that seems like a lot of blood.
It does look like a lot of blood.
That's a huge ass handprint too. These are 5-foot squares. Like a 2.5 foot 2.5 foot handprint.
It's like a hole in the ground? Is it a
Yeah. Well, whoever's taking lead, Draut, you can make an investigations check.
Investigation? All right, does somebody else want to investigate? Oh, never mind. I'm having a moment of brilliance tonight.
There you go.
In that.
Besides the blood that you've seen, it appears to be that maybe once what was maybe some type of drain, but now the hole is much larger and similar to the ones above your head. It just appears to be just a large dissolved hole in the floor.
Sounds awful.
You guys, I'm not a huge fan of this room right now.
Looks like a murder room.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that looks like.
That's all we see.
Like literally a murder room.
And feel free
It's
to
a serial killer house.
feel free to aid you in this. I mean, that's kind of why I gave it to you as well. I'll let you know, similar to when Brock flew into the shaft. I'll let you know if you've reached an impasse, because again, this is simply a sketch. There are going to be different parts that the structures are different, obviously, but I'll let you know if you've reached an impasse or whatnot. But if you want to open or have on the ready in your sidebar that sketch, it'll give you at least a basic idea of what potentially could be in certain directions.
Yeah, I need to find that again.
I got it open. So
Actually, you know what? Speaking of aid, I'm going to go ahead and choose this moment to cast aid.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that for, let's go Carric, Jack, and Iver. Y'all each get an extra 5 points here, hit point maximum of 5.
hey?
all right, from the sketch, it looks like we're going down to down to the right from where we are. It would be our left if we were actually standing there. So bottom right of the map would potentially be stairs going down, possibly, and a room in front of us. I don't know if this is a room or not. Might just be the hallway.
I just want to go look down this hole.
Okay. As you peer down into it, you can't really see where the bottom would be, but it looks as if it's some type of tunnel that something has traveled or created.
Okay. Question: Am I supposed to see?
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I supposed to see down here?
Yeah, there's no doors.
Okay.
But thank you for checking, because I can't promise that every map is foolproof.
Yeah, well, that's why I was checking.
No, like I said, I appreciate it. But no, there are no doors there.
I'm gonna go look for the doors.
There are there are doors.
I mean, there are door hinges, but there's no doors impeding view.
I gotcha.
Yeah, there's a room down here with it seems to be more dead ass bodies. Again, we'll have to kill them again.
Just go stab it. We'll
They
stab
weren't
it.
dead enough.
It's like refried beans. Yeah. Can I touch this body? Is it appear to be in the same state the other ones were.
Yeah, I mean, you can. You can do whatever you want. You said you want to touch it and see if it moves.
That's why I just want to examine it and see does it look like the other ones.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it looks like all the other type of decomposed bodies. I mean, they're all, obviously they're not all going to be identical, but I mean, it does look like some type of corpse.
Yeah, I'm stabbing that sucker with my sword.
Cut his head off.
And go ahead and make an attack roll against it, I guess.
Is that with advantage?
Oh yeah, it'll give it advantage, absolutely. It's if it's anything, it's prone.
Yeah.
It's
So
pro.
let's see here, 19. There were so many rolls I hadn't scrolled all the way back down.
28 to hit.
Oh yeah, 28. And all right, so as Draut pulls his sword out, and then well, I assume it was already out, but as he thrusts it into this corpse, it's going to let out another guttural groan, and as it does that, you will hit it for 15 points of damage, and the other corpses in the room will rise.
Well, that's fun. So, wait, guys, these are alive again. Just like these are alive.
Uh-huh.
All right, and as you do that, let me go ahead and subtract his. That was 15. 15. Obviously, Grim is close enough to see what's happening, and I will give Grim the opportunity to take a step back or take some type of action as this thing is trying to get up.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second.
Whoa.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one.
Do it.
I'll do this one.
Do it at 8th level.
I can't. I'm not.
I'm just saying.
I want to turn undead, not destroy undead.
All right, yeah, you pray in your home and speak a prayer, censoring the undead. Each undead that you can see or hear, you this way you know that if the creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute. All right.
That's one to get away from me.
Yeah.
Because he hit me for 29 points last time.
Dude, yeah, I got hit for 50.
Yeah, you got a crit.
Let's see. I'm just since we're about to be in combat, I'm going to go ahead and throw this up in the taskbar. All right, it needs to make a wisdom save.
All three of them.
All three. Right? First one fails. Second one, I assume fails. I didn't see what DC was.
17.
All right, and then the third one failed as well. So it had those as a result. I didn't read all. Let's see. Each end you see here.
They have to get away as far as they can on their turn or until they take damage.
Okay. Right. So does that happen immediately, like Jax did, or is it on their turn?
It must have been its turn trying to get away.
All right. So when it takes its turn.
Mhm.
Hey, is initiative an ability check that I am at disadvantage for?
No, that's not. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think it would be because that's not any type of check.
Poor Carric's just over there freezing.
I hold my torch.
Just fireball yourself. Cured. Not really.
I've got well.
Hey, that is new strategy for us. You just fireballing me.
Yeah, right. It worked out. You should like 4 points of damage.
Fireball me.
All right, let's see here. Who needs to be added? Iver? No, he's in there.
The
Carric.
dog. If he's going to play.
He's following. I will give Iver, who is the handler, I guess, and by proxy, Brock, would Iver give him the command to hold back and hang back, or is he going to have him join?
He'll hang back. I'm not killing a dog tonight.
All right. So I think that's everybody. So we'll. I didn't mean to do that. Descending. There we go. All right. Iver is up first.
I hope so with that roll. All right. I mean, he can't see anything, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll bring himself in the room. I guess he can. Is there a door here? I can't really tell. How did y'all get in that room?
This is an open door.
Okay. So I can see through there, or just one door that's open?
You can see through there.
Carric's out the other door.
He'll move here. Can he see? Can he shoot this guy?
Let's see here. Let me see. Move your measurement thing. He can see him, but he's got partial cover because of the door frame, so he'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move to where
He's partial cover. I'm like he's almost completely recessed from the door frame, so it would have to be a. Now you can see that.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if that was whatever. I can't see the door frame because it's just blacked out on my screen.
I'm looking at what I clicked on your token. I can see he's got full view of it there.
Okay. Okay. Well, we won't have Colossus Slayer. We'll have Hunter's Mark and Sneak Attack. I think Sneak Attack should still work.
All right, that will hit. That's 9, 10. You said no Colossus Slayer?
No.
10. And no sneak attack, so just 10.
Yeah, Sneak Attack, right?
Which one are you hitting? This one or this one?
The one you just clicked on. This one.
I thought somebody had to be. I had been a long time. I thought someone had to be near it, within 5 feet.
Yeah.
For sneak attack?
For sneak attack.
Okay, never mind.
If you come out of cover, if you're considered hidden, it's still count.
But it's a bonus action to hide.
Okay, whatever. I mean, it's only 4 points of damage. I don't care. I'm gonna swing it. I'm gonna shoot again, but it would just be damage and Hunter's Mark.
All right. That'll hit 13 so a total of 14.
Well, he already took damage. You don't get
Yeah, you could do Colossus Slayer.
Colossus Slayer now, yeah. 8, 13, 14.
And then another 8. All right. Grim, you are up.
This guy's already been attacked.
Get your flanking on there. If for nothing else, for Draut.
Move there. Yeah, we'll just take this guy out. Turn undead is not going to do anything.
All right, that'll hit. 12. All right.
That's it.
All right, Drew.
All right, so I got advantage.
Oh yeah. You flanking. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So which one is it? You did it twice.
Yeah, well, I get attacks on him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. It's 13 and 14. 17, 14. All right. You gonna stay there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
All right.
I'm
Baron?
not gonna leave my fourth companion.
Yeah. I'm gonna go stand in front. If I'll ask permission, might I pass, please? Carric.
Yeah, I assume Carric's gonna let you pass, even though he didn't answer.
Yes.
We'll stand right there. And since I don't have any sort of advantage, I'll just straight up throw my sword at him.
Okay. Oh yeah, we'll definitely hit 18. 30 points of damage. Woo.
And then I'll strength check to get it back. Got it. Throw it again. 26.
All right,
And I gotta try to get it back again. But,
Unless you roll a 1, you're fine.
well, I mean, I still gotta do it. Otherwise, my sword's stuck in a demon.
All right, so
whatever.
you've gone to town on this one, and this thing is looking pretty rough. Have you already used all your movement?
Yeah. Well, I forget where I was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna stay there. I can't.
All right, Carric.
Yeah, I guess the old fire bolt again. 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. 14 is the AC of these things.
8 points of fire damage. And I shall take all of my movement. Y'all watching? 1, 2, 3.
All right, and Jack.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on this one between Draut and Grim. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right.
Nope. So take 2d4. And he's at disadvantage. 5 points of damage.
Boom. You gonna hang out there? You gonna hang out there?
Yeah, I'm staying up here.
Okay. All right, this one right here, it's looking pretty rough. If I read that correctly, it cannot move anywhere within 30 feet of Grim.
He took damage, so he's good.
Yeah.
So that's over with?
Yeah.
The only one that hasn't taken damage is this guy.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to read it real fast and scrolling back down to things. I didn't see the damage.
And I had not. Yeah, I didn't think about that when I was rolling.
All right.
Should have
So
reminded me.
he's going to go to the wizard here,
He would.
and he is going to do his. I don't know, with all your fancy Arcana stuff, did the 26 hit?
Yes, sir.
Well, I know you have all kinds of buffs and temporary things. And then he's going to try to hit you with that. I don't think that hits.
That misses.
Okay. And then the next one is this one that has not taken any damage. He has to, he can only take, I think, move or dash the opposite direction, I think. Isn't that correct?
Just anywhere away.
Yeah, anywhere away. So he's going to 10, 15, 20. He's going to take that movement there. And be done. And the next one is this last one. I guess since he's taken damage, he will swing. I think the last thing that hit him was Draut. So he's going to take a swing at Draut. He'll take out his multi-attack as well. Let's see here.
That'll hit.
And then,
That'll miss.
okay.
Yeah.
And Ivor's back up.
Ivor's just gonna take another shot at the one that just swung with all this stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He should have it all at this point.
Yeah. Let's see. It's let's see here. 19.
That's
My math is not so good.
39.
How much?
39.
39. Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir. All right. With that arrow, this thing is basically going to fall down to one knee, and it is going to be another. It's going to be dead part 2 pretty soon.
Okay.
Any movement from Iver, or is he going to stay there?
That's just one attack on that.
Okay.
He's gonna take. I'm gonna take my Ivor's movement now.
Okay.
From here, I mean, I can't tell what these outcroppings are of black. Can he see through those? Or
Yeah. This is they were like puzzle pieces. This is just like door frame. Like the door frame is more here. That's just kind of. We'll pretend that's a tan space. That should be a normal tile.
okay. Yeah, he'll take a shot at this guy next to Carric.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit, and it will cause it to collapse into pieces. Grim,
I guess I'll just hit this guy in front of me again.
as long as you make contact, you will miss.
No,
Wait,
it's a
he's a disadvantage, so you'll hit. I just remembered.
and he's flanked, so.
Yeah. And he's gone. All right, Drew. Oh, no, excuse me, Grim. You want to make any movement now that he's peanut brittle?
Yeah, I'll move. Here. Just kind of get this homeboy. Nobody does damage.
Yeah, this is just a real very small, almost like a little 6 foot, not 6 foot, like a 3 to 4 foot little ledge. It's almost like a lip, like you're going up onto like a little stage or something.
So I can follow him.
So
Yeah, you are 3 feet tall yourself. So yeah, you probably have to do a little combat roll up there, but we'll say you're up there.
combat. You do chin up.
Shoulder roll.
It's like a bulldog trying to get on a tall couch.
All right, so we can come up this way.
Yeah. It's like for normal people, it would just be like almost stepping up. These are very gradual stairs down here. This is not really a change in level.
Is that a dead guy there? Are we still in combat?
Yeah, we're still in combat.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's-
I was like, hey, there's just one over there.
Over there. With the night gliding.
Drew took his and Baron.
Yeah, I'm gonna move about there.
Oh, we're in combat, so I
Yeah,
can't
we're in
move
combat.
just where the hell I
And
want to.
I'm gonna touch myself and heal myself for 30 points.
Touch it.
Okay.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a whole lot I can do. My movement would put me here, and Ivor's will put them like over here. I'm just trying to get on the ledge, really.
Okay.
You can hold your action for Iver until something happens.
Can I shoot over that ledge at this person?
I mean, he still can't attack us right now.
Yeah,
No,
he-
I
he-
understand. I understand all that, but I'm trying to get him in position. But I'm only taking one turn of movement right now. Are we considering put our tokens wherever we want to, or are we just taking one turn?
No, taking him at a turn.
Okay, so that's what I did.
Okay. So next is Carric.
I guess I'll step forward. Now I see that guy down there, and I shall lob a fireball in.
Whoa. You can hold that fireball for everybody else to get in position too. But you can lob it. We'll take care of it.
Yeah. Oh, is he asleep? What's wrong with this guy?
He turned in bed, so he has to stay as far away from Grim as humanly possible.
Well, I mean, yeah, he can't advance or anything. We're good. We're just gonna kill it, right?
Until he's touched or damaged.
Oh, okay. Carric wasn't paying attention. He's still cold. He's shivering. Fine. In that case, I'll hold the firebolt for whenever he takes damage.
Yeah. I just need to get Iver somewhere I can shoot at him with. That's all. That's the only thing I was thinking about. I didn't realize you didn't realize.
Right, Jack?
I'll just move down here so I can get a view on this guy.
He's looking away again.
Where is he? I don't even see him.
He's below me.
Below me.
Okay, I see.
And next is the creature itself. With Grim climbing up there, it is going to again try to get away. 15, 20. Now, as it passes you, are you going to attempt to take an opportunity attack against it?
No, I'm gonna let it run by me.
All right. Very good. All right.
Blow a kiss at it.
These things count.
All right. We're back at the top of the turn order. Iver's up.
All right. If I need to get up here for Iver to take a shot, he'll get right here.
We all have a turn. We can kill this bastard, right?
Yeah. So I'm holding my action. Or do you want me to just go ahead and shoot at him? Because once his turn comes back up, we got to redo this. So.
Yeah,
I think we all get a turn before he gets a turn.
I think we're ready. Let's
do it. Yeah.
Where are we thinking this at?
Iver. We'll take off. Take off Colossus Slayer since it hadn't had any damage.
Okay. All right. So 20.
Yeah.
Ooh, bless you.
Oh, I forgot that didn't mute all the way.
All right.
That's a sneak. I mean, I guess now I get 2 attacks because this is not a surprise round. Sneak attack's not on there, but Colossus Slayer is on there this time, so it's 21.
I can't remember. Is this at a disadvantage? Him? Is he at a
Oh, I'm
disadvantage?
sorry. No. So that doesn't hit.
misses.
That doesn't hit. I didn't even look at attack. So no damage.
All right, does Carric get his firebolt?
Yes.
Uh, 15 to hit.
Yeah.
12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm looking at all the fire that I'm flinging out and getting jealous.
Anybody else had when there's some other held stuff?
Nah, that was it.
Okay. All right. So Iver's up.
Iver's up again. Awesome.
No, Iver just went.
You just went.
Carric did his held action.
That's right. So
okay.
It's Grim.
Right. The Grim. Yeah.
I'll move Iver back. I was like, I don't know how that happened, but.
How far away is that bastard? I'm good there.
Yeah. 14. All right. Drew.
I'll get into flanking. I'll take my 2 swings.
Both will hit. 16 and 15, 31. Aaron?
All right. I don't know if I guess I can maybe make it. It's hard to see. So I can throw my sword over that ledge or not?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're talking like knee high here.
Okay.
Like it's just a little step up. It's almost like you're walking up on stage of the pulpit or something like church going.
Ooh, Tygos and Runner.
Yep. So that'd be 24. So when you do that, again, it's going to shred a whole part of its shoulder and arm off, and this thing is about to turn dead again.
Okay. I'll do this for a natural one if that ever happened, and then throw a sword. So that's
That'll hit, and
25.
that will kill it. All right. So it will die with a cry, and then fall apart before it even hits the floor. And y'all will be in combat.
With combat ended, I'm gonna Drew's gonna ask Carric. Hey Carric, next time we come across some dead bodies, can you just like set them on fire with your torch?
Yeah, I'm like just standing there holding the torch.
Just touch it, because apparently my sword stab that didn't work. We need to set them on fire or something.
So just cut
Well,
them.
I've been throwing fireballs at them.
All right. As y'all kind of come out of combat, you'll see where you came from, and then the stairs here. And kind of I guess we'll bring Ares. Iver will call to him, and Ares will rejoin you all.
That's fine.
And I guess you can tell me what it is y'all want to do.
Down the stairs.
Okay?
Yeah.
Any this room, any secret passages?
I don't know. You tell me.
Let me roll with disadvantage here. 20.
That was with disadvantage. That's impressive.
I'm a +9 in investigation.
So Carric is just going to walk around the room and take a look, investigate. You are not going to find what, at least to you, appears to be any type of hidden walls, switches, or anything like that.
Moving on.
All right. So y'all are going to go down the stairs. All right. As y'all walk down the stairs, I'm going to bring you back this map.
Yeah, I was going to say, as we walk down the stairs, Carric's going to pull out his map and say, hey guys, just FYI, it looks like there might be some kind of a tracking room. I would step on the middle of the floor.
So, yeah, as y'all walk down these stairs, you're going to find that you are coming down these stairs right here on the map. And as you kind of reach the cusp of the room, right inside the room, you're going to take a look around. Again, still pitch dark and freezing, but with what you're able to see, it appears to be what used to be maybe somewhat of a library. There is very few things on the shelves, and what is there, at least from where you can see here, most of it looks to be rotted. There are a few books and things like that are still intact, but that's kind of what you find yourself in, is kind of an old decaying, ruined library with some small bookcases lining this wall.
Carric's excited. What about the floor, in the middle of the floor there?
I mean, it's a floor until you tell me what y'all are doing.
Yes, I would like to investigate for traps.
Okay. Do so.
No. Oh, you got me that time. 13.
Okay. I mean, it looks to be just the same type of floor that you have seen thus far. Your in fact, your investigation of just what you can see, it appears to mirror what you've seen. Same type of stonework and beams, holes in the ceiling. the little orbs in the walls, things like that.
Okay, well, I'll just say, Draut hearing Carric say that they're watch out for the middle of the floor. I'm not going near it.
Okay.
Can I skirt the wall and head towards the bookshelf?
Okay. I assume you're going to take a look at the bookcase, investigate.
You know it. Oh, God. 13.
All right. Carric is going to spend a few minutes really paging through each one. Let's see here. All right, where are you going to say he spent about 10 minutes looking through the books and studying the bookcases? You do not seem to find any type of switches, anything hidden. You don't seem to find any books that particularly have anything to do with magic or anything like that. However, you do come across one book that catches your attention. You pull it off the shelf. And it appears to be made of something slightly different than the other ones that have fallen apart, almost like whoever put it together wanted it to stand the test of time. And you begin to flip through it, and you recognize the name and some of the narration in the book to be that of King Olosynne. He was the one that built the Citadel.
Yeah, I'm going to take the book.
And so you're going to open the book and take a look at it. This is what would have been the archives of the Citadel. It's basically his autobiography. It tells of his life and his early years, his rise to power, some of the famous battles. But most importantly, it talks about the construction of the Citadel, since he was the one responsible for building it. It talks about how the lifts were installed and operated, the orbs that were obviously used for lighting and heating the Citadel.
Tell me about that.
Okay. The book, if you're looking at the map, the book will, why can't I get this to go away? There we go. The book mentions the something called the Sphere Room, and that would be, it was at the topmost portion of the Citadel up here.
Okay.
Where the controls for the lighting and the heat were installed. And that was due to the altitude and due to the conditions of the mountains themselves. Before they could even build the rest of the Citadel, they had to install a very unique way to light and heat the structure. And so the controls for that mechanism that heats and lights the entire structure are located up here.
Hey, I know how to turn the heat on.
You'll also, it'll talk about the structures further below. Most specifically, it will talk about the main entrance of the gate. It was constructed to keep out just about anything that the engineers could imagine. Only the most well-equipped or strongest army would ever even remotely stand a chance of penetrating the steel doors. The way that is run is via a water mechanism that it's water-powered. It was the only thing that they could engineer that would be strong enough to generate enough force to raise these steel doors. And that is the chamber in the bottom left here.
Mm-hmm.
That is where a large underground reservoir of water that more than likely is, since the heat is turned off, has been frozen solid, but this is required in order to open the steel doors to make its way out of the Citadel. That's as you spend the 10 minutes doing that, and an extra probably 5 minutes just kind of focusing on that. That is what you learn, and you pass that on to the group.
Yeah, I would share the heating aspect first with the guys and be like, I really want to go turn the heat on.
Yes, I would concur with that.
Yeah, we're gonna all die from coldness.
Carric's already halfway there. So should we, it looks like we're going to have to backtrack. I guess we should backtrack?
Yeah, let's go get that heat on.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've cleared everything up until that point.
Now, I need you to make say it again.
I said, is there something on this back wall here?
Make another investigation check.
I'm ready to not have disadvantage because that was a natural 20.
While you're investigating, Grim's going to pee in the corner.
13, that'd be a 13.
All right. As you turn your attention from the book, which is always what Carric is first going to focus on.
Okay.
Now you found what you're looking for. You notice something slightly odd with the wall to the left behind one of the bookcases. There appears to be some type of mechanism or lever built into the wall that, unless you are specifically looking for it or searching for it, most people would miss. But there is some type of lever there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it.
Okay.
From getting away.
Well, the wall collapses and Carric evaporates. Now, when you do that, a portion of the stone wall slides to the left, and there appears to be a small ladder that rises up.
Yeah. Hey guys, anybody want to go up this ladder with me?
Why don't you climb the ladder and tell us what's up there?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I didn't come down the stairs yet.
Step in this room after you set traps.
As you climb the ladder, you will find yourself in a very small, cramped alcove room, but it does have several chests and things in it.
I'll just be like, nope, nothing up here, guys.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'll tell them there's some chests up here. Anybody want to come see if it's trapped?
Again, Draut's a little scared to step in this room. I'm like, you got it.
All right, I'll check the first chest and see if it's trapped.
Okay.
Bear might want to, but Draut's staying put.
Yeah, no.
Bottom step.
I was just gonna
I know
look at.
Iver would be up there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Iver wouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna send Iver up there.
All right.
Well,
Well,
there was nothing here. Nothing to see here. How are you?
so Carric is going to begin investigating, taking a look at the chests.
Okay.
Iver, he will hear Iver climbing up.
15 for investigation.
Is that where we're rolling investigation?
Well, yeah, Iver's coming up the ladder. Carric has begun investigating the chests. All right. He'll open the first chest, and it does not blow. It does not blow up in your face.
Thank God, it didn't come alive and smother me.
No, it does not. You will open it, and you will find some trinkets and things like that. Things that look like they would be of value.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll tell everybody, guys. There's some gold up here.
Okay. All right. What as you spend, Iver makes it up there, and as you investigate it more, you're going to find 1,500 gold pieces.
Damn.
Hey.
1,900 silver pieces. And you're going to find a very large collection of fiery yellow corundrums. And they're going to be worth approximately 1,800 gold pieces.
In Arundum? What's that?
So the type of gem. I think Jack has.
Okay.
Jack
I
has.
have one.
Yeah. This is going to be a pile of them that, roughly between 8 and 9 of them, but their total value is 1,800 gold pieces. They're in various shapes and sizes.
Chronos is 7 on the Lord's Harpers skill.
My passive perception is 15, so I totally saw that.
You didn't see the second one.
I'm gonna keep doing it until you succeed.
All right.
Well, I mean, how many of them are there?
You found this stuff, so Carric will let the group know what he's found, or specifically Iver, and then it will relay. I guess it'd be important to relay that, guys, while this place may be made of death and smell of death, there is definitely stuff to be found here.
Yep. Cool. So 900 silver is 90 gold. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1590.
Yeah, but it's still silver.
2590.
Right.
You can't just make it magic. I mean, I don't know. Can you just make it magically become gold?
Fine, I'm just trying to be fair. Fairness, share it equally with the group.
Well, no, that's what he's saying as far as the amount, as far as number of coins. Not.
Yeah. In that case, I give Draut all of the silver.
Hey, for real, I'll take it. I got 200 in the last cave. How much silver was that?
900.
900? Okay.
No, 1900.
Oh, 19.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. I wrote down 1900. Then I erased it.
No, it's 1900.
Because I want to start leaving silver coins on people's eyes after they die. Say a blessing over them. I decided that after I got the 200 silver coins in the last dungeon.
All right, so that's roughly like 700 gold for.
The last one was a starter one. There were a couple of neat little pieces of equipment in there, but this has stuff in it.
Yeah. Now you can keep my gold share. I'll take the silver.
All right, so Carric and Iver will climb down. That'll be, again, this was just a small reserve, a hidden spot for different gemstones and things like that. I take it that the group was going to head back the way whence you came.
Yeah, we gotta go turn the heat on so Carric.
Heat on.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna have to call it. I can't stay awake any longer. I've been falling asleep for like 30 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Sorry.
No,
Later.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, yourself.
Hey, but you there?
Huh?
But before we go, take a vote from everybody. Do you want to press on a little bit, or do you want us to stop now? Because if they decide to press on, do you want them to continue to play? Because your spells obviously are very important.
It's 12:30. We can get back and get the heat on.
yes, we can at least get the heat on.
Yeah, theoretically, you've already cleared up to that point.
Yeah, I've got 2 basketball games and a birthday party before noon tomorrow.
Let's go turn the heat on, and then we'll quit.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Good luck.
Chris.
Good night.
Later.
Party pooper.
All right, y'all will retrace your steps back the way you came. You'll see the evidence of your path here and the bits and pieces. The body that never animated in here that Grim spoke to and had a very deep conversation with does not move or animate. You've reached back here with the chamber down, the tunnel down. I assume using the same rope and flying cape, y'all will go down. I assume that
We wouldn't need the cape. We just need the
Draut will carry Ares down. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if we were going to have him park there or what. All right, so you'll come down.
No, but I would put 2 silver coins on the guy that Grim talked to. So
Okay.
over him.
There you go.
Y'all will reach this T-juncture right here, and this is where you last saw the tubing, the glass tubing embedded in the wall, kind of head off in this direction before y'all went into the tunnel here.
Hey, your little silver pieces, you need to put an I and an R on one, or IL for Iron Lords.
That's what we need to do. I need to do that.
Hey, get a blacksmith. Get some stamps.
That's it. Next time we get a break, I'm gonna start carving I's and L's.
That could be your downtime activity.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think a blacksmith could just do it with the chisel. Just give them those pieces and chisel an I and a V in them.
Yeah. Well, until we get to a blacksmith, in my spare time, I will.
Right. So
That's awesome.
as y'all as you make your way to this room right here, you're going to notice again it opens up a bit, a little bit larger area. It does again same type of structure and ceiling height, holes in the ceiling, freezing cold, very limited view because of the pitch dark. You will see some stairs that lead down the level, and then to the north you will have a door that leads. appears at least on your sketch and the journal, a door that leads to what you would believe to be the sphere room.
Yep.
Yeah. That book told you that's what this is, right?
Yep. I'm following what I assume came from the book.
Right. Okay, let's check for traps on the door.
Whoever wants to do that, go for it.
I'll do it on a investigation.
19 for Carric.
Okay.
Out of 18, but let's use the 19.
All right. Y'all kind of check it. It's a very sturdy, heavy door. Obviously, it's something a little bit better than what's just the normal doors y'all been going through. But you kind of assume that or put that off to the importance of the room itself. There does not appear to be any type of traps or anything that you notice that would raise any alarms for you. So I assume you'll open it. And as you walk into the room, you will see this. And while we're doing that, based on the searching for the treasure, the studying of the books for 15 minutes, and the backtracking, I need everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw.
With my torch?
You can be at advantage with your torch. So at disadvantage, it will be a straight roll for you.
Well, no, because I'm only at disadvantage for ability checks, not saves.
Oh, all right.
Well, I can bless people. I mean, knowing this might happen again.
Aid? How long does aid last?
Aid is 8 hours.
Oh, nice. And it's a D4?
No, you just get 5 hit point maximum.
Oh, okay. Plus 5.
Yeah, increases your HP max by 5 and your current HP by 5.
I assume that second roll was for Iver. Correct?
Iver. Yep.
Okay. So Iver will fail his second one. And so he is at half speed, plus the other negative effects. Carric remains at 2 levels down. Everyone else passed. Somebody want to roll for Jack? I don't know what his. I can roll for Jack. I've got his.
Yeah, but I say you probably take it.
Yeah.
Give him a +3. He's standing next to me.
All right, a +3. Where is
He
this?
should be all right. I think. I don't know what his constitution is.
We got it right here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. He's more of a
Constitution.
dex-based guy, isn't he?
He's +2 as well, so it'll be a total of +5.
No, it'll be added to the roll.
Well, I'm just doing a straight D.
Oh, I got you. Okay. You can just roll off his sheet.
Oh, he won.
Nat 20.
All right. So whoever already had their 1 level maintains their 1 level. Iver goes to 2 levels, and Carric stays at 2 levels. Let's see here. There we go. All right, I'm looking for the sheet. All right, as y'all walk into the room, this is the sphere room.
Oh, fuck.
Burn them all.
Don't even touch them.
Yeah, can we just
I want to cast Divine Sense.
can we just not damage him?
Yeah, just don't even touch them.
Yeah, I got you, but I still want to know. I want to cast Divine Sense
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
if I can sense that any of them are alive.
Okay.
I guess.
Let's see here. Trying to do
Vaguely.
this. All right. You said 60 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure. I was going to say we want to make sure if you want to get everybody, if you
Well,
had.
if I need to step up some before I cast it, I will.
Hey, what do we have to do in this room, real quick?
Turn the heat on.
How do we do that?
It looks like you'd probably have to move up maybe 2 squares to catch everything.
All right. I'll move up like 3 squares
Okay.
and cast Divine Sense.
All right. Your spidey sense will light everything up as a Christmas tree. There are
All of them?
not all of them, but let's see.
Hey, tell us how to turn this on?
Here we go.
No, I don't think it did.
Hold on, I gotta get off this. How do you get off this snap to view thing, measured thing?
Just go back up.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, just go back
This one
up to
lights up. This one 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 lights up.
Hey,
All right, I'm going to relay that to the group and just be like, guys, a lot of these bodies aren't all the way dead.
Just a little bit frosty.
And I'm going to kind of start pointing some of those out.
no,
The book didn't outline how to turn this on. Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't think it outlined it. We got to go look at this mechanism. I assume the mechanism is up here.
Yes,
I mean-
that's the spear.
Let's just not touch any of them. How about that? Or if we turn this on and it heats them up, will they come back to life? We don't know.
We don't know. That's
I mean-
kind of what I was thinking. Is like it's going to be one of those zombie situations where if they get hot, they start moving faster.
I mean, technically, I mean, I don't know. I know when I turn the heat on my house, it takes a while to heat up. So
This man.
All right.
I guess I will gingerly make my way up there.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself. I'm going to start walking up there.
Try not to step on any corpses.
As you walk by, I need you to make stealth checks.
Iver cast pass without a trace.
Well, what's his name is at a disadvantage on this. So,
Well, I mean, he won't. He'll have a +10 to it if he's with pass cast. If he's under pass without a trace.
I know, but we're going to see how well Carric's rolling.
I rolled a 13, so that's 23.
All right. You get by without you go very softly tiptoeing without causing any issues. So does Grim.
Yeah, I'm not moving. I'm just pointing out which ones lit up for me.
Yeah, and to help you out, this one lit up for him.
Yeah.
This one did not light up for him.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to be pointing out, hey, watch out for that one.
Yeah. These two were the two that y'all kind of passed between.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me look at this thing up here.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, this appears to be a sphere the size of a large. I don't know. Think of a huge beach ball. I mean, you would not be able to carry it. That's how large it is. You wouldn't be able to wrap your arms around it. It's placed on a pedestal. You're able to reach it, but I mean, it's a good 5 to 6 feet on top of this pedestal. And there is just the dimmest of dim flickers of light at the center of it. But it definitely matches the description in the book as to something that would generate some type of charge or energy or something to that effect.
I say, Grim, look, pilot light's on.
No, maybe we should give it some fuel.
Yep. Is there any inscriptions on the base or anything like that?
You take a look at everything, but you don't see anything. You don't find an instruction manual or anything like that.
No big red button.
No big red button.
So it's a glass orb like the other glass orbs.
Very similar, yes, but just like the size of a huge beach ball.
Well, I'm gonna try what I tried with the other one then, and throw some fire into the inside of the orb.
Okay. You will. What is it? Prestidigitate? Not prestidigitate.
Flame inside the orb.
Inside the orb. When you do that, there will be a blinding flash as the flame erupts inside. It doesn't break through, but I mean it. Like those big kind of cool balls that you touch and the electricity touches your fingers type thing. The flame will do that, and as you do that, this pillar here will light. It's a tall pillar that is similarly clear. This one will light. This one will light. Basically, they all will light and be as bright as this. In fact, it's almost blinding that you have to shield your eyes. Once you kind of focus and the brightness subsides a bit, make an investigations check for me.
14.
All right, now make an Arcana check.
14.
This appears to be based on your knowledge of Arcana and the things that you've encountered and seen over all these years. You recognize that these do not appear to be just random, like flames. These are fire elementals, and they appear to be bouncing all around in these things. And then as they bounce in, you'll see these glass tubes that kind of connect one to the other on the ground that surround you. They begin shooting through them. And then you will notice that the orbs in the walls behind you and in every direction that are spaced out begin to, almost like these things are these fire elementals are traveling through these tubes into these different orbs, and they seem to be spreading. And as you do that, the room is bathed in light, and you can actually feel the heat begin to, the temperature begin to rise.
I put my torch out.
And nothing to do with the torch, but as all of these things, burst into flames and the room is swathed in light, you are going to hear a very loud roar or growl, something that appears to come above you, above the ceiling, somewhere in the holes above your head.
All them dang holes.
Huh?
So all them dang holes.
But this is going to be a sound unlike anything that you've ever heard before. It's not like a dragon or anything like that, but it is definitely something that you've pissed off. And as you do that, you will hear it make a long, growling, roaring call. And as you do that, all these things that were semi-alive will rise. And
Okay.
I will just let the party know that, hey guys, they're coming alive.
Well, I mean, without Jack, I mean, we can keep going, I guess, but.
Jack will cast Hypnotic Pattern on as many as he can.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, let's see here. How to do that?
Did we come through a door?
Yeah.
Behind us, straight down.
Yeah. I mean, technically, this is on. We can leave and stone shape these bastards in here.
That's what I was thinking. Like, can we just get out of this room and lock the door behind us?
That's what I would recommend. I mean, I'm gonna have to carry Carric since he's hobbled.
I still got my magic.
That's a fact.
That is true.
Because
I'm just not fast anymore.
I
see,
so I'm just gonna walk out. These guys don't look very smart.
You're just gonna stroll on out.
Like, I got sanctuary, bitches.
I remember that was a pretty awesome spell. I can't remember what it does.
They can't attack him unless they make a passes wisdom check or something.
That's right. That's right. I remember he basically just walked through. What was it? It was like 4 iron golems.
Yeah, he was just walking.
I'm actually just gonna pull out one of my cigars and start lighting it.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I had a visual image of him doing that last time. Just walking out. What's up, bitches?
Well, this is interesting, but I don't think I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right, so
It is nice and toasty though.
we are going to. I mean, I can't. We can go ahead and I guess roll everybody for initiative as you all make your way out. I assume that's what y'all are doing.
Yeah. If we can get Carric over here.
I got you.
Okay.
I mean, I can get you out of here. Sanctuary is a bonus action, and it doesn't require concentration, so you can just walk out here with me.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can match yourself out.
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
I'm not completely helpless.
No, I mean, I don't want to leave somebody.
Oh, listen, we went to the boat show today, and the zoo was there, and had 2 owls, a horned owl and a barn owl.
Nice.
They're
awesome.
massive, huh? Some of them, well, one of them would be massive. Horned owl.
They look like stuffed animatronic animals, and you walk up there, and you're like, "Oh, you're real." You're just a sneaky.
So I have advantage on initiative rolls and rolled a 1 for both of them.
Oh, we do an initiative? I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Like I have advantage on it, and both my rolls were 1.
I don't.
Hey, gum. Really, Iver? Yeah, come on now. We expect better out of a +4 on initiative.
Yeah, I'm a 0.
Yeah, I'm a -1 on a roll 15. Not very wise.
Hey, that one got a -1. He ain't moved.
he got a -1. How does that work? He got a -2 and he rolled a 0.
God, right?
He goes to stand up and his leg gives out underneath him. He just falls back in.
He just.
They do kind of look like they have holes in their head.
Like detaches. I mean, he is a zombie. The weight his leg just falls off.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I believe that to be everybody. And let's see. Carric needs to be added. Let's see, where is Carric? Oh, there he is.
1 o'clock.
Hey, where's the picture for this place at?
It's under the sketch, Citadel Umbergoth sketch.
Yeah, I condensed everything so that there weren't point of interest weren't.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I just bring it up before the
building the maps to represent the sketch for sure.
What'd you say?
Yeah,
I said you did a good job building the maps to match the sketch.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I spent a lot of. I wanted it to be. I figured it would be too difficult to do a map like this where it was all connected. So I tried to.
that would be
Individual rooms.
that would run the game in like the
That's what I
the
figured.
game
So
into the ground.
I figured individual important rooms would be easier just to have them match the.
I mean, it wouldn't even process it, especially
All right,
with
so I think, is everybody in there? Nobody's missing. Well,
No.
Jack.
Jack, but
Jack gets out.
Yeah, Jack's at the bottom of the room. We're just going to assume he makes it out.
Yeah, Jack sees
All
that.
right, so let me put
Like,
these.
he's not fast and walks
yeah,
out.
he doesn't even like he takes one step in and turns straight back around.
Well, I'm out of here.
You're up, Carric.
All right, I will grab my buddy Grim and say, "Hey, let's get out of here."
Boom.
And Grim and I will appear down here at the door by Jack.
Okay. All right. Graham, both of y'all will just move y'all's tokens.
oh yeah.
And then I will just say loudly, "Everyone, come back here towards me."
All right.
Yeah, we
Are
already.
you going to go ahead, since that was your action, you're going to go ahead and use your movement to leave the room?
No, I'm going to stay right here for now.
Okay. All right. Grim, he brought you. Are you going to stay there, or are you going to leave the room?
Well, technically, it's not his turn.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. My turn. I'm gonna hang out right here to make sure Draut doesn't get in any kind of trouble.
Okay. All right. Baron, you ain't got to go far.
No.
Come on, where's Iver that says, hey, free XP?
Oh, don't worry. Carric's fixing to farm some XP.
I'm just looking at something real fast. I was just looking at the turn order. I mean,
You're just going to hold your action?
yeah, I'll hold my action in case somebody attacks Draut.
Well,
I'm already by the door.
I didn't realize that Draut was all the way down at the bottom of this initiative order. Can I use my action to go to Draut?
I mean, yeah, at this point, you haven't taken any action or movement. If we go back a turn, because Carric just brought you.
Right. Yeah. He was kind of, which is great because I don't have to walk. I don't like walking. I've got short little legs. I got 25 feet to here. I'm gonna bonus action touch him.
Okay.
Sanctuary.
That is much appreciated.
And since that was a bonus action, I guess I have to stay here.
Yeah, you can't move back.
Yeah, I can't come back. All right, that's fine.
Well, you could take 5 feet. You have 5 more feet.
I can go back 5 feet.
Wait, you can't dash action back?
No, you already did.
My bonus action is the sanctuary.
No, yeah, but you still get a whole action, and your action can be the dash.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that.
Sanctuary is just a bonus action?
Yeah, if Sanctuary is a bonus action, you still have a full action.
Yeah, if it's not a spell or a...
Yeah, so I got a full action.
Yeah,
I'm going
you
to come
can dash
back.
back.
Yeah. So you can pop him and come back
I'll put it up here.
like a little dwarf.
That is
Yeah,
much
that's-
appreciated,
Put
Trevor.
it on there.
Draut
Yeah,
is
I didn't
very
realize you were at it. Yeah, best of luck to you. They don't look very smart.
Yeah, Draut is very great.
Best of luck.
That's a God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, because there's an advantage on initiative and still got a 2, and I'm going. All these suckers are about to get a turn before me.
All right. Yeah.
So you're saying I should have dimension doored you out of here?
All right. This right here on the far right is going to be the first one to take his turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. That was close. He only had 20 feet of movement. All right. He is going to attempt to.
Before he does that, I want to use my action to throw my sword at him. My held action.
Okay.
10, 15, 20. Yeah, I can hit him.
All right. 27. That will easily hit. And let's see, is that 24?
24.
All right. Here we go. 24. All right.
All right.
And with that, you're going to lop off. You're going to lop off one of its arms. In fact, you're going to take it off with the shoulder blade.
One more time.
All right. Let's see. 19 easily hits, and what is that? 25.
Yeah.
All right. Just as it was going in to take a bite out of Draut, you basically take its arm off, and then you take its head off.
That's what we do.
All right. Next one is this one's turn up here, and it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's going to be the end of his turn. All right, next one is this guy right here. He's going to step in, and he's going to attempt to take a bite out of Draut. He's going to miss.
Oh, doesn't he have to do a wisdom save to see if he can do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wisdom save. I forgot that he had Sanctuary.
He missed.
He would have failed it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he would have failed. So next up is Iver.
Okay, Ivor's gonna come
Where is Iver?
right here.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, my bubbles were covering him.
If I can get a shot, by Draut, maybe I'll take it.
This one right here.
Yeah,
No.
can I? I mean, you tell me.
Since he's in between y'all, I'll make you roll a athletics check to make sure that you're able to do that.
Okay, well, I can't. Let me see. I came from
We're gonna
here.
say,
I
no,
can't.
we're gonna say a dexterity. Dexterity.
Hang on. I came from right here, so I'm gonna move 5 over right here.
Okay.
And what about that? Is that
Oh yeah,
better?
yeah, that'll be you'll have angle on that.
Okay. Hunter's mark. It didn't. That probably didn't hit anyway.
It does. Tie goes to the runner.
So 12, 7, 8, 8 damage. And I'll do it again. Just a regular attack, which would be 17.
So there's 25, and he gets Colossus Slayer, right?
Yeah, you would, since he damaged
Because he
it
took
already.
2 damage on the first one. 25 is a 31.
What about the sneak attack?
I don't think he gets sneak attack after he already shot at him.
No, because he's next to Draut.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, sneak attack with 11.
Yeah, he just gets to apply sneak attack to one of his attacks.
Well, if he gets that sneak attack, the arrow obliterates. That he takes that. In fact, the arrow takes the head off and then posts it in the post in the pillar behind it.
Okay, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to come stand right here by Grim.
Okay. Next one is this guy right here. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then it's going to be this one. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, he's going to make a wisdom save. And he won't pass.
Nice.
3 and a 0.
He's going to lean in and sniff a little bit and then say, well, that's nothing here.
He has the opportunity to change his mind and attack something else as part of the spell, but there's nothing. I guess there's no other target.
Well, he's out of movement, so he won't be able to do anything. All right, this one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. And then the last one should be this one up here. All right, 5, 10, 15. He's going to attempt to make a
Wisdom
save.
save. Ooh.
We made it.
No, he fell.
He's going to go up and sniff, and his orc meat is not to his taste, and so he's not going to do anything.
I think I would imagine as I tapped Draut on the shoulder for Sanctuary, I'd been like, "Hey, buddy, just resist the urge to hit anybody, because if you do, this shit goes away."
All right, so your turn, Draut.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slide on between the guys.
All right, that one will get an opportunity attack, but he will fail, I'm sure, the wisdom save again. All right.
Yeah.
Come down one
There we
more, Draut, if you can. You can't.
Yeah, I'll get to there.
Yeah.
All right. You going to take any action, Draut?
No, I'm good.
All right. And good old dude up here at the top, way out of the fight, is going to
Fall over.
for the order. I'm lost Carric. Let me refresh.
Yeah, I didn't get him on refresh either.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I tried.
There he is.
There he is.
There we go.
Hey, my turn.
Yep.
I shall again channel my inner Roland, and
I appreciate that, man. That makes me feel good.
I miss my buddy already. I miss him.
Oh yeah, that makes him happy. He's somewhere in a dank, dark castle where he's scoping things out. He feels the use of the force.
And we're gonna go ahead and put the flames going out.
Okay.
You can just put it around them, just wrap it around them,
And then we're just gonna sit there and yell at the beasts and taunt them.
We could just walk out the door.
We could just walk out, but I want to farm some XP. Well, I guess it doesn't really
I mean, they're going to run into the wall anyway.
matter.
Help
They're
me.
not smart enough to not run into the wall.
I doubt it.
So here, let me help you out a little bit here.
Well, we can't shoot through the wall either.
No, you can't see through it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me and Drew can technically walk through it if you don't make a wisdom saving throw to attack us.
oh, look at you! The actual flames.
How would that work? Could we walk through it?
You can. You would just.
Iver's already walked through one wall.
Is that the dimensions that you wanted?
Yeah, that's roughly it. I mean, it's a box around us, and it's
No, hey Trevor, it says that area of effect spells would still hit us.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah, I was just reading it because I was wondering the same.
Okay.
Just copy and paste that one.
perfect.
Yeah, as I said, that's a nice little screenshot right there.
Yeah, come and get us, boys. Come and get us.
All right. You are all in flames.
Does does our side have this say this side towards enemy or this side away?
Yeah. We're safe. We can walk right to the edge of it, but they can't.
Yeah. Okay. But we can't see through it either, so.
Yeah, it's opaque, I think.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
All right. So, all right, you should be able to move around. I've got it to the map layer now, so you won't accidentally move it.
We're just gonna leave.
Oh,
I guess we could just see if any flaming zombies work their way through, but we can just leave.
I mean, I can take them through the turnover and see what you kill. If not, it's
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We'll assume they all die in the wall of fire.
all right.
It lasts for a minute, so that's 10 rounds.
Okay. All right. So yeah, they'll continue their trek. Y'all will cancel.
Kind of like a bug zapper. Every once in a while, we'll hear. Zzz.
You have like hit markers
How
and
much
thing.
You know how to aim it at anything.
Hey,
They must have said about that.
how much damage does that sucker do?
Y'all will head.
Like
I think that was it 8D. Is it 8D6?
5d8 at this level,
Yeah.
so it was going to be.
That's right. That's right.
I rolled it's in the chat. It rolled it for me. It was 30 every time they touch it.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see. Let me click over. I see it now.
'cause I Jaegered Iver and I walked through one of them. It didn't kill him, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
So y'all exit this room up here and find yourself back here. And as you walk back into this room, you notice that all of the orbs are lit, and so the chambers are now modern, more well lit. You can see the entire extent of your vision. You do feel that the heat, while it's not exactly Maui or anything like that, you have staved off the frostbite, and you will no longer have to be rolling for Constitution saves. So this is where you'll find yourself at that point. I'll let you decide if this is where you want to call it quits.
Yeah, I guess that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Then what I'm going to do is I am going
yeah.
to.
We got a lot of dungeon left.
Yeah.
Well, we did good. I mean, we covered this.
Change colors.
We covered it first.
I found a book, and we each got 700 gold, so that's a win.
Oh.
I got 1,900 silver.
That's just like 700 gold.
Yeah, I told you you could keep my gold though. I'll just take the silver.
Oh, so I get extra.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, keep my share of the gold. I'll take all the silver because I'm gonna be working on
Extra
that
500
IL.
gold. Watch out.
Or put it in the party fund.
Oh, we don't have one of those anymore. Iver's one.
Oh, well, I've been putting gold in it.
Oh, have you now?
Yeah, I've dropped like 900 gold in
I
there.
don't know if I have. Let me look. I'll tell you what I have listed. I still have the balance sheet.
Yeah, I think we're still. I
Yeah,
think.
sure is. I got Draut. You put 336 in there last time.
Okay.
What's going on there?
I think. Jared might be on the map layer.
Yeah, I was trying to put a dot where y'all were at, but I forgot what layer I just put the dot, and now I'm trying to get it off.
Yeah. Oh, I'll do that.
There it is. There's a dot there.
There is a better way for them to do this. They just won't listen to me.
What you talking about? How to do when you're trying to put stuff on the layers?
The layers, yeah.
It needs to be like a toggle button where you can go. You don't have to go all the way over to your taskbar to change layers. It needs to be like.
God, I
Just
don't,
like pad through it or something.
I
Well,
can't.
They
what layer
could.
that
They
was
could
on.
honestly put.
That, or you hold shift for your map, you hold control for your whatever.
Yeah.
And then it highlights everything that is on that
It's
layer.
on that layer, and then you can
Be
move
awesome.
it as at will.
And maybe even pop up like a graphic that says map token.
I can't get that dot.
All right,
Uh,
stuff.